Chat, what's up? How we doing? Yo, 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 yo. Oh my goodness.
VCT Americas coming to you live from the Riot Games Arena right here
Nice cats.
in sunny Los Angeles, California. I'm Geek Heavy.
You spam ads, we spam cats.
And Baller.
I got a question. What do you mean, believe it or not? They've been undefeated the entire time. You better believe it by now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Love that. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing?
The best run in 2023. So, I mean, this is a new year. This isn't kickoffs. This is stage one, and they definitely have stepped up and stepped into the ring and proven themselves. They've proven themselves.
They definitely, yeah. Listen, I mean, but to be fair though, at the beginning of this season, I mean, we didn't really
I put them like bottom of my power rankings. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because they were like 1 and 2 at kickoff, and then the roster.
Did I watch the TMV video? Yes, I did get time to watch that.
It is to the next level. It is, but there they are at the top.
It's
and they're still not qualified for playoffs yet.
But they have a 98%.
I mean, yeah. Some of the stuff isn't too bad. That maybe he points out, but majority of it is, again, it's kind of like the other video where it's like 8%. 8% definitely pretty accurate. 20% I think you can excuse. Yeah, that's way too much. That's the issue. That chat tomorrow? Yes, I'm pretty sure. Cut at least asked me, so I don't know what I'm doing for it yet, but I'll check. In stream is a bit quiet. Let's try this. Should be a bit better now.
And you go out and you're waiting for stage 2. That is tough. Yeah. So seeding, yeah, definitely means a lot.
Very important, yeah. Now, we've only got one match today, and it's a good one. We'll see the White Hot Crew take on a revitalized 100 Thieves. Now, if Crew wins,
this game actually is a banger. I hope it delivers.
They win one map today. Like they're in playoffs.
I just love that graphic. Today's
just
schedule.
Like that.
It's just one.
Just big, big graphic.
Because it's now.
Yeah, it is happening right now.
I plan on watching in the VCL promotion relegation games. I honestly haven't even had a time to like look at their schedule. I've just been too busy just trying to make sure that I can do all of these. So maybe, I mean, tomorrow there's no games, so maybe I can actually like look at the schedule a little bit and work out what's going down.
Lose one game, go out.
Will you ask the 3 maps? Yeah.
To be clear, it's two. Like they have 2 chances to win one of these 2 next. Yeah. Right. It's this one today and then against Leviathan next week for Crew. So I mean, they have 2 opportunities. I think this one's their biggest.
And like when they do one game in a day, yeah, I think honestly just adding an extra game on each week instead of doing Super Week would have made the most sense.
So you know what?
And then you wouldn't have had to have done a Super Week.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean for them in the Omega group?
That's interesting. I think there's still way too many permutations to really figure out. But all I know, win, you get a chance.
Extra game, 5 weeks, 5 extra days.
Now,
yeah.
you know what? Let's send things over to Rip, who's standing by with Crew's Shy.
Woo! All right, Shy is in the zone. I got Dryad here with me for translating. Shy, I gotta ask, Crew is undefeated. It's gotta feel amazing, but what is the team gonna do to keep being undefeated?
Día a día siento que entrenamos como si fuera el día que tenemos que jugar el partido y hemos evolucionado mucho como grupo. Hemos llevado muchas diferencias entre nosotros como a compartirla y eso.
Every day we play the scrims and the practice as it is the official match, and we've come together and we've united a lot more as a team compared to before. Every difference that we have now turns into something that we are agreeing on.
All right, well, show us what you got. What do you got? What do 100 Thieves have to deal with today?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
That was awesome.
Damn.
That was insane.
You got it like that.
Yeah. Now, the theme this year has been, if you didn't already know, expect the unexpected.
YouTube video. I was thinking of a few. I mean, I'm gonna at least do pick'ems tomorrow for this week. And then I had another video planned, and I can't remember what I was gonna do. I had a good idea earlier, and then I forgot. I stopped writing stuff down.
I mean, they looked just incredible.
But yeah, maybe if I can remember what the other idea for the video is, then maybe we get 2 videos tomorrow.
So far. All 5 players on the team.
Energy as well. Sorry, Energy with the Prime. I think you did that in the countdown. Thank you so much, mate. And Killer Max as well with the 11 months. Hello there as well, bro. Almost the whole year, dude. Thanks for being there.
And I just don't think also they're not bringing anything that insane to the table in regards to the comps or like kind of trying to push the meta in any direction.
Yeah, overall strategy.
Yeah, like talking to Sideshow, he had made a point where he feels like watching
about this new tech called pen and paper? Not a chance, dude.
But what they are bringing every
Oh,
game is a really
this is the closest I
consistent,
get to
simple
writing
game with fantastic individual players, and it's got them at 4-0 right now.
I'm not even sure I'd be able to write these days.
To
It's
have
been
really
so
good
long.
reactions overall is when you're drilling the same sort
I don't think this match will go. I went for 100 Thieves, but it's not like a
you're right. It's the
confident pick of
fundamental
100
gameplay
Thieves.
that
It feels pretty
pushing Crew right
50-50.
now. They're driving
Crew are
by that.
on form
and
right now.
It's interesting because they
But I
only
just
they've only
have
given up just one
100
map,
Thieves
which
belief.
just- and even that on Icebox was quite close. It was still quite close for them. Anyways, you know what? Let's talk about Melzer.
Sure,
Melzer said that he wants to hand over the IGL duties to Klaus so he could frag out. And I mean, it seems like he's been
seen Clove yet?
doing
No,
that.
no, we've not.
He's already started fragging out with just, what, 2 weeks of not IGLing now? And yeah, I mean, this guy's always had
Amped, so fine with that, bro.
Really, really good play. Like
Shoot,
all the way back to
shoot
when
any ideas like that
Leviathan,
over.
When he was back on that team, started qualifying for international events. You're like, dang, this guy actually is really good while IGLing at the same time. But not being able to
Atom,
show
yeah,
off
dude,
every
Atom's
single week
great.
because there's so much
Even
stuff
just
that
the
you're
stuff that he
focusing
did for
on.
Last
When
Chance
you're
Qualify
with a
was
team
like really
this that
impressive
is
as well.
Gelling on all fronts. I think it becomes a little easier when you let that load go a little.
What's interesting too is Klaus. Last season, he was actually statistically the 4th lowest
Am I
in
expecting
Americas.
Clove now or after Shanghai?
Totally
After
rejuvenated
Shanghai.
this year, and on the IGL roll,
Dude,
he's
all I could
finding
think when
way
I was watching
more
that
individual
TMV video
success,
about
interestingly
NRG
enough. So
was
I mean, this swap between them.
why don't
works
why don't
on
these
all
guys
fronts. Like, and they're calling from
and I
Klaus right
think
now
this
is
kind of
so
maybe it was
good.
the fact that they used the
And,
Navi
just to
comp
speak a little bit
on
more about
Lotus.
individual level
Like
from
why
all of
doesn't
them,
this
too.
team
He
just
is
use some
playing
random
on all
comps?
full, right? He
You've
just
got 4
started playing that
coaches, they can
initiator,
come up
and
with
he
some good
is
stuff. You
up
got
there
a
with
guy
the
who
likes
has
of
so many
Ospas in terms
lineups.
of the,
And it just
stats
feels like
right
they're
now.
playing normal
Well,
comps
let's check out the schedule right now, as you can see
to a
here.
lower standard
Crew,
than
I mean,
average
definitely had a
that
flawless
people are
run,
used to
and
playing.
Next week, they
Like I
face
think
off against
NRG
their
could really
Latin
lean into
rivals
some random
in
comps,
Leviathan.
and then it's kind of like similar how
Who do you think-
to
who do you think's gonna take that
like I
one?
think set
Again,
strats
Cruz
will
has
help
been
them
on
so
fire
much,
right
like
now.
new set
But Lev
strats.
is up there
Hard
already.
game,
Because
obviously.
NRG,
It's
when I
much,
watch them,
much,
they're like
much
the
harder,
mid-rounding
but
and like their
I
overall
think especially when
defaults
100 Thieves has an opportunity to
look
do
like an
something
issue.
right now, and they have an opportunity
I feel
to
like they
potentially
could
take a
go
top
a
seed,
similar route to
by taking
K-Corp,
down
maybe.
Crew, especially
How
with
they
the
approach the
momentum
game.
that they're carrying.
I feel like those teams
going
are
forward.
kind of similar.
Just a couple weeks
I
ago,
have
we
the
thought,
same.
there's no way this team's really going to turn into anything. But all of a
I
sudden,
want
yeah,
Chet to
they're
run
taking down
cringe comps
bigger
a
and
little
bigger
bit.
names week
Yeah,
after week.
a
So
little bit.
I think this was an easier one, but
Joshy
it's
Watt
also
with the
maybe
18
they're
months.
more like,
I think now
I
the
don't
fact,
know, risky
I think originally I would have
right
said
now,
these
in
guys
terms
can
of,
just
like,
stick
yesterday we saw a
standard
lot of risky
and
matches
they
as
should be
well.
able to out aim and outplay
Well, you know
everyone.
what? Crew's
But now
been
I've seen that.
unstoppable here
I mean,
in
it's not true.
stage one,
So
and
I think they
Rick's here to
should
tell
lean
us
into.
how'd they do that?
How do they do
They
that?
should lean into cringe comps.
Thank
That's how you want to call
I
it,
do
yeah.
want to show you how they did that and then show you how to do
Why
it
is
so you may not
EMEA
make
and NA
mistakes
so
or be
close
a
and
pro
unpredictable
player in
this
your
year?
game when it comes time to use this.
It's a bit
We're
of
gonna be looking
new
at Crew
comps,
versus EG
new
on
meta.
Breeze and a pistol
It's
round
a bit
here.
of that, and
the
it's a
first
bit
thing
of the
I wanna look at
schedule
is
as
just taking
well.
stock
So
of
it's
everything.
like
It's
a
by 2 sheriffs
three-
flanked by 3 ghosts,
three things
allowing
kinda
the
combining.
Crew to take aggressive fights
The new
across
meta
the
really
map,
switched
get
it
out
up,
early,
man. A
as
lot of
well
people
as
are
what's
trying to
on the
get to
map.
grip of how to
Looking
play.
over here on B, a high cam on the left side, your B split Viper wall, and little trip placed further back so it doesn't get hit by Derek's utility if they do want to come into sight. Now playing this one out as we drop the wall, you're going to see a big push down mid here coming in from Crew, just always innovating. They say it themselves.
Now that
They're
Sen
trying
is
to be
most likely
aggressive. They
limited for
always
Shanghai.
innovate,
I'd love to
and
see
they have
10s.
amazing mid control right
Both.
now.
Depends
with
on the map.
possibility of an instant or even
Depends
slow
on
A
the map.
retake, and these
I
sheriffs
think
are
they
going to
could,
be able to
I think it
pepper
would benefit
anybody
their
after
icebox.
post plant and A main. But that's not the case. The play is towards B, and that's where Crew keeps their focus. Knowing they have to get back into position here after seeing a dismiss.
Black Core really there for lineups, or is that a speciality? I mean, I imagine he does other stuff, but it's definitely his speciality.
Klaus hits an
It's
amazing
a
shot here to start
big
him off,
part of
but
it.
This is a big one.
I would say
This is
to an
what kinda
extent. Like
messes
it's some of the stuff
everything
that
up.
if you
Location
can do all of the
revealed, they're
lineups
one
for your
duelist.
teams,
They're
so that they
trying to
don't have to
dash in
worry
with the
about that
second
kind
here
of
from
stuff, and then you can
EG,
just feed
and
them
this
it.
is
It's
what
good.
activates Crew to call for
But
Melzer to
I
activate
do
the wall,
like,
bring it up, and
would like
split
to have
the
players
fight.
that kind of go
That's
out there and
how
find
they
their
do
own
it.
stuff, because
Great
then I feel
comms,
like they're more
good
one. Like
positioning, forward
it's nice
map
when
control,
players go out and find
being
stuff because then they want to show it off.
proactive. And I want to show
Like
you
it shows that
exactly
they're kind
how
of
that wall works and how it can actually play
thinking
against
of
you
how they can
if you
improve their
don't
game
use it
instead
right.
of being
It is a
hand-fed
simple
at.
one to throw. so, you're going to be right in the backside spawn
Juro
of the archways.
Rura
Make sure it
Fura
goes
with the
over
8
the
months.
top
Thank you so much
side of where
with the
ladder
prime,
is
bro.
on this
Appreciate
right
that.
side, so they can't play
Let's see Kaplan's
elevation.
interview.
And
No,
the
that's
thing
on the
is,
that's on the
you
watch
don't want
list.
to activate this wall
Is
too
it good?
early. That's about it. If you
That's
do,
on the
you're
watch
giving
list.
the
And
opponents
there's a
free entry into this
there's a
site,
Zakin video
and they get
that
to
is
do
also on
whatever
the
they
watch
want while you're
list.
stuck in the back. The fact
And,
that KRU was able to time this to activate the fight to split EG on their entry is how they did it, and I hope you can do it in game 2.
First 8 minutes is good,
so
over
that's
is just
how they
personal
did that
stuff.
then.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Today,
I'll check it all
KRU
out
is taking
tomorrow.
on a 100 Thieves squad that seems to have turned a corner in 2024. They found a door, opened it, and endless opportunities. Like everyone has been
I'm pretty
performing,
optimistic
like, even
for that
without a
team
mouse.
still.
It's been nuts.
Yeah,
They're my,
was very,
but I said this at the beginning. I thought it was going to go similar to this. They're my they're my 4th team in Americas for champs on points. That's where I have Sentinels. That's what I said at the beginning of the year. And timeline's kind of working with that. So. I did think they were going to make playoffs and get maybe an extra point, but
early in the season, and I think
I
reasonably so, even though they had a hard
think it'll hurt them too much. The
schedule,
time off will be
but
good.
you can clearly see
I hope they
the
just take 2
massive
weeks off.
improvements from them. I mean, Cryo there
I
is
hope they
going
literally
off
just take
with
2
the
weeks
operator
off.
on defense. That's what he was doing all of last
I think a lot of
season,
teams,
but
I hope they
what
take
has
2
been
weeks
most
off.
impressive for
2
me
weeks
with him
off,
is the
coaches,
aggression that he's
no
had,
time
the
off,
rifling on
just
defense
prep all this
as well.
stuff.
He's a more well-rounded player right now, which has just been so huge for the team, being the star that they thought he would be when they picked him up.
Yeah, and Wyatt, we got to talk about Asuna. Like, Asuna has been very consistent throughout that entire performance. I mean, like, on the KO and the Rays, like, it's been nuts.
And as I said, the strength of schedule early on, the lost games, he was getting so
I feel like this
much
tournament's gonna be a
blame
chance
from
for
the
APAC to win.
community,
I think this is the
100
best.
Fans,
I think this
were
is the best
calling
chance.
for his
Yeah, I
head
agree
like
with
he
you.
was the problem because he was
I
pretty
feel like
inconsistent on the race. He would have some
I don't know, it
sick
just feels
games,
right
and
for
then
this
the
one.
next map, he would be
This feels right.
fragging, overextending. But they've done such a better job
Problem
on
is,
attack when he
well, we'll
is
see
on
who
the
makes it
race,
from
of
Americas.
not having him go too far
A lot of good
forward,
Americas
and you're
teams.
seeing players like Bang
A
being able to keep
little bit
up with him,
scared of
scale
Heretics
off
as
him,
well.
and take the
Heretics
presence that,
might
you
just
know,
come
he's
into
making
form
for them
pretty
in the
soon.
side.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
they come
I
into
think a
form,
lot of the
like,
criticism levied his way
getting
is
added
of
to the
people
team,
looking for the common
they might
denominator
be
in service
riding
of
like
all their
a
years on 100 Thieves,
massive
right?
win
He's
train
one of
with
the
it.
few people who've been here since
I could see
basically the
Heretics
beginning,
cleaning up
and
in
people are starting to ask
EMEA.
for results, and I think he has absolutely been trying to give him that
Yeah.
for a long time, and it's still a factor.
Has
here
every
today.
tourney been won by
Absolutely.
Americas and
Yeah, well,
EMEA
you know
so
what?
far?
Earlier,
Yes.
Riv caught up with Asuna.
It's,
Let's check it out.
50-50 now, right? It's 5 each.
Can I grab you for a second? What's going on, man? How you been?
5 each with
Hell yeah. Looking at this game, you guys are going up against an undefeated team for playoffs. What can you do that no other team has to take down KRU?
Shoot back and hopefully win.
Damn. Cold.
Wait a minute.
I think that's true. I mean, no one has been able to shoot back against KRU yet. They're hitting everything. Just shoot them.
I think 100 Thieves can qualify for
Just gotta shoot
Shanghai. I've
back,
got them
that's
down
it.
to qualify.
So instead of just like running and cowering, I don't know.
I have them down.
For
I just have faith in this team, man. I saw some good stuff pretty early on in kickoff. I'm still kind of
especially this one,
riding.
because KRU just do
riding that
so
train.
much low utility dry swings with multiple players and multiple angles because they're just so confident in each other, the timing of going together, hitting the shots. So listen, I agree. Simply shoot.
Honestly, there's very few gaps in KRU's game. Like when you think about like an attack side default or something like that they're running, it's so hard to actually do
Wouldn't
anything
the team
to
save them
catch
from
them off
declining
guard.
like the other
So,
Madrid
I agree,
teams?
Asuna. That's a very
Yeah,
good
I
take.
think that does help.
Let's get to
That
our
extra
predictions.
boost is nice.
All right, and I want us to take
Dude,
our
I swear the
time with
coaches are
this.
working
Don't be
overtime,
too quick
man,
with it.
in
Think about
Heretics.
it, okay?
KRU.
I can't believe they're still adding new
KRU.
stuff.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like,
We're going with
like, Akeem, I already wrote down my prediction.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't really take
we're already
time
ready to
for
go, but the
this.
thing is,
All right. Balla, how about you?
KRU.
I got
Double
that.
Cruise?
So I'm
Double
gonna-
KRU
Hey,
believers?
man, we ride or die together, man.
No,
It's
I know.
always us.
Listen,
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
we've had a lot of moments where Ball and I have gone with the same thing, and then you bring out the third pick. What are you working with today?
Okay, all right. Well, I won't swing any
already
vote
see it.
here, but I think.
I
Oh,
mean,
highest
the
FNS in your
triple
IGLs
KRU.
of all
And
time with the
I don't
NRG
think that
decline.
this is not
I mean,
yours.
he's always
This makes it
been.
look
I didn't
like
need to
KRU
see
are
that.
a big favorite
I
or
didn't need to
something.
see the
This should be
NRG
a
decline to
close
like
banger game.
work
but
out
they're
his
the
relevance,
favorite,
right? You can kind of see
Sure,
it on the
they're the
minimap.
favorite.
He's
I mean,
always
honestly, big
when people ask about
favorite.
IGLs, he's always been top 5.
Because 100 Thieves, they've been
So,
on such an upswing in the past
It doesn't
couple weeks.
change my.
I don't think they're a big favorite. I think
Doesn't
this should be
change
really
my
close. But
opinion.
I'm
It's
so
going to be a close
impressed
game,
with
but
KRU.
I think KRU's going to.
He's always been a top 5. He's got the best mid rounding.
It seems like we're part of
He's
their
had
crew
and
by
got the best
all
mid rounding we've
saying
seen
that
like
KRU is
consistently for
is going the
2.5
distance.
years. I guess 3.
Always will be.
Well, I
Two and a
mean,
half.
well, honestly, I don't think. I think this is definitely the safe bet for us. You know, I'm not necessarily against 100
Even when I
Thieves.
was in
Hopefully,
Liquid
we'll
on
see
teams
how
doing like
far-
my first watch parties,
Garner the NA fans,
like
right?
it was. I remember just talking about it all the
Anyways, you know
time.
what? Let's close
Like
out
you,
week
even the
4
mods
and
added
get this
commands
day
because it was just
started.
me just talking about how good he is at
KRU
mid
versus
rounding.
100 Thieves. VCT Americas starts right now.
Yeah, that. Because I was just complimenting the guy like every other round. Yeah, Sab, that's about right. I think he nailed it, yeah.
Derek's going to run him down with the rifle in his hand. Superman still there, just one drop shy.
Insane they failed this hard last year against Billy. Yeah,
people
to an
like
extent.
to, talk down on KRU a lot, but people also forget that they won LCQ. So they have good individual talent. They also have good players.
Ahí veremos entonces la situación de retoma que es complicada. Aparece Dios.
Yo personalmente tengo ganas de ganarle a
Wait,
IU
why?
porque
Wait.
hay ahí como un
Is there?
hay como un bardeo y nada, me dieron ganas de ya lo tengo en la mira.
I didn't realize that was
We're
a
hoping
thing.
we can beat them, so we're going to prepare as hard as we can for, the KRU style.
Hunter Thief piensa que son los mejores disparando, pero lo vamos a ver en el partido.
Bro, imagine imagine EU has no idea, and that's the first time he watched it. He's just about to walk out to the stage. He's looking at the broadcast. He's just like, wait, what? We have beef. Just has no idea that this guy hates him.
Y con ustedes, el equipo invicto de VCT Americas, KRU.
That theme, yeah, feels like I'm in Iron Apple or something, man. It's pretty funny. It's kind of sick.
KRU Visa is charged up with most of the credit going to their winning streak throughout stage one. Hopefully, Bucio's mouse is also charged up.
Bucio, you charge the mouse? Bucio, can you hear me? You charge the mouse? What's going on?
Let's hope that mouse is charged up, my guy.
Surely they won't make that mistake again. Surely.
It worked in their favor, kind of, sort of, right?
The thing is, it did. It did
Les
work
has
in
beef
their
with
favor.
Kesnet too. Wait, why
Getting
does
a
Kesnet
little
have beef with
deeper
everyone?
there. We are going to be
Does
on
Kesnet just
Sunset.
pick a player on each team?
Which is
It's guns for him. Blind Gwyn with the 15 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate the tier 1.
Maybe they did
Sunset?
really early on, I think, at the Ludwig Tarek, but that was so long ago.
Sunset.
That has
Doesn't count.
changed
Yeah, it doesn't
so
count.
much
Bucio
on this
just
map
got-
that,
Bucio just
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Don't care. Washing my hands clean at that game. Do not care. Interested to see what they're gonna.
And also, Austin has said that they weren't even taking things seriously during that off-season event.
Even this guy in chat has beef with him.
So what we got? Sunset Breeze split last
Dog.
map. Yeah, this one, I mean,
He gave it
KRU,
to your friends in
a lot of
DDM. That's
instances,
pretty
I
funny.
think Breeze and split.
It's
I'm
out here
just
just
so impressed. I mean, Riv has
just
that
giving
little,
it.
Telestrator segment at the beginning of this that showed off some of the Breeze stuff that they're doing, and then split
Sunset
against Loud last week
Breeze
was
split.
fantastic from KRU. So
100
that's a
Thieves
tough map pool,
Breeze.
in my opinion, for 100 Thieves, especially with
Why
the
can't I
context
remember
they
the
haven't
100
played Sunset
Thieves
yet.
Breeze?
Or Breeze, for that matter. So I don't know what they're bringing to that. And also, Breeze is literally like playing in the range.
Yeah.
So, KRU,
You better
who
be
are
able to
just
shoot
in
back.
insane form, you gotta expect that they're gonna be taking full advantage of that when we get there. Of course, Opping is super strong on the map too, so you can see Cryo just going crazy if they get the economy rolling. But again, that is map 2. We are headed to Sunset for the first one, and I'm very curious.
Just based off the 3 maps.
I haven't played
that's
it.
the best
Okay.
chance, for an easy, quick win here. For 100 Thieves.
Oh, really?
I think based on the way that the map plays, like a Split, a Lotus, those sort of maps are really,
you're
really
getting
good
baited
for
by
Crew,
chat,
right? Where
probably.
you can really work the map control very well.
It's just what they do
whereas
recently.
On Sunset, I think there's a lot more room for, obviously, map control, yes. All the maps, you want to do that, but I think for a lot more gimmicky ideas and those post-plan ideas on that B site where you just basically rely on spray if you can find your way to force your way on the site.
Interesting that we're getting the Sova here. Not extremely common on this map.
It was common in the off-season.
Which, earlier on, which clearly fell out of the meta. I mean, most teams at this point, they're running like the KO Gecko, Gecko Breach, stuff along those. Any kind of initiator combo that is going to make your Gecko utility very valuable. And the Wingman on this map gets tons of value too, being able to plant on the stairs over on the B site when you get through elbow,
And
so
just
easy to plant
take
side
some
A.
spam while he goes for defuse too, like on both sides. I think that's the case. I don't think that you can't.
Where do I go when we're
combo
waiting
Sova
for the
and
next
Gecko,
map?
but,
I'd chill
so
out,
far,
man.
I'm
Just
not
go
really seeing
walk around,
where
check
they're
on the
gonna go
bunnies.
with it, as a double initiator type of thing.
So
I sit
far,
down for
Crew,
too
they're
long, so
playing
I
what
like
is
to move around.
evidently the LATAM comp on this map. I mean, we saw Lev play with this against NRG, and it was just destructive how you can time breach flashes to make people turn while the dizzy goes up.
Not yet.
blinds everyone.
I'll let you know if I add it into my.
I'll
let you know if I add it in.
Variation with the fade.
The Cryo Gecko. Are we bringing out the something up or not?
Jet or anything like that, which we don't expect at this point in the season
Got some
either.
interesting roles for this one.
Flexing a lot more. I think this is very interesting here for 100 Thieves.
For sure. I'm definitely looking at how they're going to operate with that Sova Gecko as the double initiator.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Our pre-game checklist is complete. Ta-da! So let's get into the first pistol round and send things over to our casters. Riot Games, we're gonna make some noise because here comes Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think as we think about this series, we've got to set the stakes right from the top, right? Because yes, both of these teams have qualified for playoffs. So what's at stake? Dre here is huge for Crew. They win this, they're the #1 seed. You're one series away from Shanghai. The advantage is insane.
Yeah, and on the flip side, if you don't, you have a chance of getting eliminated in one match. So there's a lot at stake right now for both of these teams. I mean, 100 Thieves have a better chance to get a even better seed than what they have. And this is going to be a crazy game because we haven't
let's
seen
see what
100
we
Thieves
got.
play
Weird.
on the 2 maps that we're about to see.
Weird,
we're about to see,
not weird comps,
100%
but maybe
Sunset,
some
we
weird
haven't seen
roles
them
on
play
100
yet.
Thieves.
They've had the pleasure of watching
And,
them play this map before, and we saw
some switch ups,
what
really.
they did. Six even talking about how they
Cryo,
countered C9 on
Boostio Cypher, Cryo on Gecko, 100 Thieves on
here
defense, Crew on attack.
To abuse Crew on their defaults.
They're going to have their work
Three
cut out for
ghosts,
them. Again, the
two
#1 team in
classics for all
Americas
the
right now,
teams.
currently sitting undefeated.
Yeah, Heat has been such a
And
crazy
does
addition to the
raise.
roster.
Oh boy. Asuna getting the opener, satcheling away.
Show me some confidence, man. Stick around. Yeah, show Asuna. Show me some confidence, bro. I want to. You're out committed. Let's see it, man. Let's see another kill.
The value he's been able to provide for this team has been insane. Often asked to be the one to hold things by himself.
The rest of the team can bait. Like the rest of the team here can swing off his contact again. I wanna.
He's so mechanically.
They're in a good
talented.
position there. I think
Even
he should just tank
on
it.
M80. I mean, some of the clips this guy was hitting were so clean.
Okay, we got camera in the corner. We got Trip and
Crew after the big.
We got a
noise
lot
with
of
that
util
brawl
for
in mid,
Crew.
they just decided to
You
death
have
ball up
no
on his
idea
A
where the
site.
Cypher
Boostio
is.
has a really good setup here.
He's by himself.
And he gets one tap
What an
by Shy.
absolute
Setup
shot!
doesn't matter when Shy's shooting like that.
What an absolute
He
shot,
just got
man!
insta.
Holy!
And now the spike is planted. They've got plenty of time to set themselves up. And I think the biggest kicker here, Klaus has all of this utility left. He's lost so much to play with.
Have to do
They got an Omen Flash, but do they want to kill before it? Omen Flash Recon would be the one. Boy, the timing the Omen Flash was good, but maybe he dueled too close.
You know, maybe get a little bit more info, but they decide to swing, and they swing into their debts.
Tell you what, man, that shot from Shy was like really big in my books. I think they messed up over towards middle. I think they were just like a little bit too scared. Like if I'm seeing a guy commit to Bono mid, like I wanna see it him
The
commit.
trades were just too good for Crew. They're just a unit that's been honestly
Yeah, that
so
was the
solid.
one,
They don't
man.
really do anything too crazy, too out of the normal playbook, but a big focus of theirs that you can tell in their gameplay has been their spacing and their trading. And they just got like a swag to them recently that even when you see them on the walkouts go on stage, it just looks like they're vibing, feeling it.
Okay,
Vibes seem to reign
5 classics, we get
least that has been the
4
case.
rifles. They are
For
allowed
Krieger, though,
1
gun
death.
advantage. They've got
We
a Vandal,
got
they've got
no
smokes, dude. They have so much.
no
A Vandal,
hard
a Phantom, and 2
info
Bulldogs.
in terms of like
I mean, Klaus
drone
barely had
or
to use
anything.
any of his breach utility.
So we'll
in that
probably
last
at
round,
one
like you pointed
point
out.
watch Shy pick a site and walk in,
And so
unless
it's a
they.
conversation we have to revisit again.
Oh, they
because
got this
100
read,
Thieves are
so
deathballing towards B. It doesn't seem like that's where the hit is headed. Gives us a moment to discuss what Crew could potentially do here. Given this heavy investment of weapons, assuming they get through this relatively cleanly, they're into a bonus round, and it's effectively a gun round.
Well,
Yeah, and Heat's already 3
That's
orbs
a nice,
into his Gecko ult. And this is an ult that we like to see a lot of these teams on attack,
That's a
especially
nice
after
bit of
they win the
info as
bonus,
well.
to try to farm up. So you have it for that.
okay, we're
first
gonna
gun
get a
round of
full
100
plan,
Thieves.
and then what do we see? What do we see with these
Crew
5?
being
Are
so
they gonna try
thoughtful
and
about
get
this
any
and wisely
kills?
so.
Probably not.
Don't want to walk into any traps or any shenanigans that may
The
be
thing with
waiting.
Crew is. The thing with Crew is,
Opa.
So let's
they're
see here what they
pretty,
decide to
they're
do.
pretty
Crew
aggressive
pushing
as a
into
team.
spawn.
I mean, they're
So
hunting these kills. They don't want.
yeah, at least they're hunting together, so they're all gonna get over towards here. They're gonna realize that no one's
not
there,
safe, but
and they're
that
all
kind
gonna
of
be
bomb.
behind. The camera's gonna
Honestly.
spot that as well.
And
Theory,
they've got all the
Shy
tech
should be the
utility for Shy to
only
make
one
sure
searching, but
They've got the trips to confirm their presence, the cam to make sure they know
something
where
makes
they
me
are.
think that Crew
So
might
they're
just
I
send
mean,
it a
they're set
little
up
bit.
super well here to make sure that that doesn't become a problem.
Yeah, and they definitely know exactly where 100 Thieves are at right now. Or at least they should.
Yeah.
Kesnet.
You can hear the trampled. Kesnet gets 2 steps closer to having his ult
Okay,
online.
and they did great though. No deaths. That's the main. That's the main thing. There was one death. Sorry, I mean there was a death, but one death on the ghost to pick up the rifle.
An
And
anti-eco
we're all
round. The
good.
way that they played it, though, is interesting. Their approach is what I like the most. They did a huge contact play, and I think you're going to see more of this in the gun rounds and etc. until they start getting some ults and snowballing in that way. But their spacing on how they do everything is so good that even if there is a player that's on an off angle, the trade will most likely be coming in right away. And that's what you need to do against a team like 100 Thieves, who also have a bunch of shooters.
Okay, first big buy round for
Now we
100
enter
Thieves
the
and
ever
Crew,
important third
looking
round
great to
where you see
snowball
the
this.
guns
We
for
got
Crew.
a
They roll
got
in
a
abundance.
fish orb that
Heat
comes
1 point away
online
from
with
having
this
his ult,
orb
and
that
now
they
just
just
comes
let him
online,
have
so
in terms of over towards
again,
A.
you've got
What
5
the?
rifles. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
the
crazy.
trip for someone goes up the
You've
top,
got
I
5
guess.
rifles, you have an
Not
ult,
even reach.
and you've got an open sight.
Yeah, it looks kind of good.
Wait, that trip would have hit had Kesnet actually landed the rollout, but he dinked his head on top.
And he still gets a kill onto EU. They've got Shy controlling the map
Yeah,
in the middle.
and you can see a bit of the work that 100 Thieves have put into this, but
Yeah,
I
who's gonna be
think
a
he got a
late
little bit
repress.
lucky. Or with the
Meanwhile, 100 Thieves trying to figure out how they can fill in on the space that they've
satchels.
lost. The paranoia is going to buy so much time in there. Shy
we
goes,
got
waiting for the
no
right
one
moment,
right now looking behind.
looking to make a move.
Not
Heat
even
falls.
considering it. Not even once for
is
100
on
Thieves.
the
This could be
prowl.
3.
He's going to spot all 3. Only able to get 2, but that very well may be all he needed to do. Bang left alone. 85 HP, no armor.
Holy.
The bonus, the way
I think
of
you're,
Crew.
I would be tempted to call a timeout there. Why is no one even considering behind here?
This
Lovely
crowd
round
is
from Crew. Great
hyping the
snowball.
team up like crazy. But into that
Pretty
round,
easy for them.
it's
Just
pretty much what I
orb
said. If you
into
can get
fish,
that Gecko ult online,
and then
yeah, they didn't get any big value off of it, but they
Yeah, he
understood
missed-
that it was a
missed
clear
the
sight
satchel
and
for the
that
top.
100 Thieves were playing retake on it. And EU, I mean, off angles like that tend to work from time to time, so I don't blame him for taking that. Kesnet just got the upper hand in that peak. But the big thing is what I was talking about with the trading of Crew, right? Boostio gets a kill on somebody on site, and then instantly a breach
Whoa.
flash comes out for Melzer, and Melzer gets the trade. It's
Early
so clean.
breach flash
They
into
play
the
so well together.
Gecko
droves,
flash as well.
And you often, much
100
like you've seen
Thieves
in
with
the
the B
first couple
stack
rounds,
once
you're seeing
again.
your opposition get overwhelmed.
Sheriffs, Marshall.
And so Crew here once again have made themselves
Dude, look at the money for
a
Crew,
really
man.
nice cushion.
They're out
Oh,
here having the
breach.
best start ever.
The fault line cryo drop.
Oh my
Asuna
goodness, the eye distracted the
seemingly due for
the
a similar
the util at the moment. They're not scared of using it.
100 Thieves rotate everyone here. They're going to use the neural theft with a
They're
minute
just
left on the
death
clock.
balling.
They have
They're
options
literally just
aplenty.
death balling. They're just 5 as a unit, just throwing flashes, picking it up together with the Gecko.
Bang is the only one to try to hold the line here. He gets on the other side of the door, repositions, buys some time with the smoke, and boy, is he playing with fire. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
he
they
has
have a
been
free
lost.
sight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just by the book right now.
A little pump fake to suggest the rotation out. And Crew just waltz right in.
That's Rocket online for the next
looking
round.
decent, by
And
the way.
notably,
Even
another gun
Mauser
round for
just
100
taking
Thieves.
no risks with the low
win the pistol,
HP,
when you
just
win
letting
the
everyone else
bonus,
take the risks, just not giving them any free
and you
kills.
farm the right orbs
And they're just letting them
on
pass,
the
and they
right
can get the
characters.
ult,
You can have these
get the
explosive
kills.
ults that allow you to swing around
Perfect
that
right now, it's
shouldn't
just
maybe
textbook.
be in your favor, like a bonus round when you don't have the best weaponry and etc. Cryo, on the other hand, does have his own Thrash online in an early timeout here for 100 Thieves to, you know, hopefully stop the bleeding of this snowball that we've been seeing teams have so often lately.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it all weekend, and honestly, this is a great example of what happens when this thing gets rolling, right? Like, and it goes back to the pistol. It goes back to them, to Crew being able to find an advantage there, and then this cascading effect just rolls. And so, of course, if you're Zix, yeah, you kind of have to call timeout here, settle things down a little bit. Maybe there are some adjustments that they can make from the macro perspective, but the truth is they've been on the back foot from the first round.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody has really even had a chance to shoot much of their gun. Like, it really hasn't came down to like a nice 1v1 or anything like that. It's, if anybody from 100 Thieves gets a kill, it's instantly traded. And that's so impressive out of the side of Crew, and it's a testament to how good they've done all stage. I don't know what happened with this roster when they picked up Heat.
So 100 Thieves called the timeout. Aston was pretty animated there as well. We got ult for ult.
Yeah, a little extra fire.
It's
ult for
it's
ult.
put them over the edge.
Yeah, and I think Shy has also been incredible as an addition for this
people
squad.
about to
Currently
hit
sitting
9K.
at 6-1.
Yeah.
He and Heat, this tandem has I mean, honestly proven to be the spark that they needed, and it couldn't have come at a better moment.
Yeah, and Shy, like, he doesn't always have pop-off performances, but I feel like a lot of the times people just don't go to his site. And if they did more, he would actually have like an all-star performance. Maybe in the next half, we'll see.
Well, and the truth is, when you got Kesnet and Heat on your team, you don't have to be that, right?
Stun
I mean,
flash goes up, it hits.
Yeah.
And then that means that they're fighting here, and they want to keep going to the retake site, right? And they see the camera, and they're like, yep, this is the site which they're retaking, so now we stroll it in.
Shy is the one that peaked first and broke the camera.
That's what it feels like
so
at the moment for
Crew.
Crew.
Until this Raze nade came out, they might have thought it was only lurk, and that's why you see
probably
the
gonna be sending
rotations
it.
coming from the side of 100 Thieves.
That's a really good point. Kesnet pulls the trigger on his rocket. Again, nothing to be
The
found.
smoke
but space
actually
to be
helped
gained.
him out dodge it. That's a huge ult.
I thought Boosty was going to be
They
able to
get
get away with it.
not a good plan though for the spam. We've got to remember that it's full circle for the spam here. Cryo has fish ult, but it's 4v5 and the spike's down. We've got camera info, we've got one fighting on site, got a stun to help him.
Round away, a desperately needed one.
Here comes the reflank from Shy, but there is a trip on him. Oh no, there isn't.
Whoa.
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
Oh my god, they are getting wrecked right now, completely outclassed at the moment. And Crew are just playing it so good. It's literally the eye at the beginning, like the fish, sorry, the, what's it called? Dizzy at the beginning. If it hits, just group up over towards B every single time. They're wanting to find the site where the Cypher is. And they can just stroll in there, and they get the kill on Cypher a lot of the time, and then they just win in the afterplant.
Crazy. And then you have Heat again during
So
this.
if you're 100 Thieves right now, you might need to start playing a little bit more aggro.
Thrifty weird buy that 100 Thieves has. He's gonna have another Gecko online potentially in this same round.
Right, yeah.
And this is the snowball I was talking about. They use Rocket there. Boostio stuck around for a little bit too long, and he got picked off. Gives you all the site for free. Gets you a 5v4, and then, man, sometimes it's just all she wrote when you're on the retake.
Every single step, Crew's almost perfectly taking.
And they have like a good mix of pace right now, you know, like in a lot of these anti-eco rounds, they kind of just cut noise, see what's going on, contact up. And another first blood for Kesnet.
This is now, they kind of now know this is the site that they're fighting. So do they just go back, or are they cool to fight
You
this?
see how they just cut
Yeah, they
noise
just
here
go
after that
back.
kill,
Dude,
expecting
it's so easy for them right now.
100
They're
Thieves
just
to
going to
push
the, they don't want to go
something,
to the
maybe
site where they're
extremity,
fighting.
maybe B main.
And I think they understand
But
that the
maybe
middle of the map
100
is so
Thieves
weak.
have
Bang was
clocked onto
playing
that,
so
especially
far
as we
back.
have
Look where he's
Cryo
having
just
to
full
rotate
info
through.
here.
Concerned about what could be happening.
Yeah, the question is, how long
It's
does it
just
take for
the
100
deck
Thieves to
ball
realize
mentality
this?
right now for Crew. They really haven't had to do
Because
much.
then they can
Shy
start like putting
tends
someone a
to be
little bit
the
aggro, but then you got the
solo guy
Cypher on that
opposite
site,
the
and this
map
guy's
that
just
will
playing to
go
fall
for a
back to get hit
reflank
by
or lurk
util.
up off of the actual hit. But when it comes to B, it's not something you need right away. They do get delayed in the choke here, though.
Wingman's not
Yeah, we
able
got
to
some
find
numbers
spark.
here.
The smoke
Spike's
starts
gone
coming from
out.
Bang. Remember, their
That
guns
Omen
are
flash
not
is
great,
incredible.
just
Hit
singers
3.
And a Guardian in the hands of Cryo, who's currently out of
Damn,
play.
bro. What an Omen
Is that gonna
flash.
be enough?
Yeah, completely
EU
won in
one
this round.
shy on the swing as EU claims the second. I mean, Kesnet once again flirting with the
Dude,
ace.
he's killing so many people. Is this 4K into 4K?
The spike has been planted. And Kesnet has his ult online again.
He's 15 to 3. 16 to 3. Well, he said at the beginning, it's personal for him on this one, it seems. Damn, victory sip as well.
This has to be some of the most suffocating Valorant as far as the meta goes that I think we've ever seen.
It's just crazy how teams are able to snowball. He has another rocket, but finally, 100 Thieves, they have a lot of their own ults online now, and they might have to invest multiple to stop the momentum from KRU.
Okay, 100 Thieves have a lot of ults, so they decide to go aggro. Well, pretty... Oh my goodness, I thought he was going to get another.
EU's ult invested.
He'll get a kill when they put an ult into it. He got an extra tag on Klaus though. And I mean,
how many more?
I'll put it this way, they fought over towards B, so it's relatively obvious where they're playing retake. And we can see KRU heading over there.
The ever elusive first continues to evade 100 Thieves, and maybe this is where they find their footing.
With the way that KRU is playing this attack side, if I'm 100 Thieves, I want to get an op up online ASAP.
Info over towards B so they can hold the 3-person stack here.
So you can actually get
might be one of the better rounds at the moment from 100 Thieves because they got that info early.
Boostio just did.
Kills coming through. Shy's on the flank, and surely they know at
Okay,
this point
and
he's
100
done
Thieves.
So many rounds.
Oh,
Bang, wise to it. 100 Thieves.
2 people going down.
Yeah, they finally stopped the
1-9.
That was a nice
1-9 loss bonus potential if they lose this.
Got an insta kill in B main, but it was all a drawn up play. EU actually invested that Sovault honestly towards that like top mid A side of the map, and he was able to hit a lot of that lobby and get a trade.
Yeah.
Get a tag amongst the chaos.
And then this hold here was really nice. I mean, they got the kills they needed, and they got them when they needed to get them. So for 100 Thieves, they got their kill. They still have or their round, excuse me. Boostio and Austin to carry their ults into the next. Now we'll see how KRU responds.
I must wait a moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Early
shooting over
mid
towards B.
for KRU. Just
Did they...
basic default stuff. Gecko flash. Klaus would be there with stun out. Had it connected on anybody.
Yeah, it looks like they want to send it though.
So 100 Thieves have seen
Maybe
this
one of the
before,
first times where they actually want to go to the site where they're fighting.
KRU has this mid control, and this drone should secure that information as well. Unless they all hide from it.
Only one, and it's the Cypher that shows the person that normally lurks. Ish ult goes out. In reaction, we have Razor. Razor's still here.
Similar target, Bang having to reposition.
But he went to the corner.
Paranoia buying some time. Shy will fall. As 100 Thieves continue to try to hold them
Now
back.
what?
KRU have gotten all the way into spawn, but again, Boostio, his timing could be big here. Austin with 3 on the round. Kesnet and Melser, perfect nade, trying to win this thing on their own. I mean, there's really nowhere for them to go from here. Understanding there's one, and Boostio patient with the contain. Melser will fall.
Okay, lovely for 100 Thieves in terms of the money here as well. 4 people surviving, not bad at all.
Asuna just went huge.
16 Maxi 05 with the prime. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that.
Got the kill onto Heat.
Welcome into the Slug Club, dude. Thank you. Winners 70 stream streak as well. Holy respects, man.
That little micro decision that Asuna just made, solo won them the round. That was beautiful.
And when you're getting beaten like that, you have to look towards your star to make the play.
And let's see.
Again,
and
exactly what Asuna does. So
KRU went over towards the site where they fought, and it didn't work out well. Does that just reinforce their original game plan?
Plenty of money on the attack side. Oh, they've taken so much space to be main already. And that trip from Shy is so shallow.
It didn't get broken though, so. Oh, now it's broken. Now KRU, if they do decide to go A, they're gonna have to worry about their flank.
Uh-oh. I mean, 100 Thieves should own this, you would think.
Top mid, it's an A pinch.
They've messed around with the middle of the map a lot. Bang's Paranoia timing is perfect. But then
Smoke
the
it off
re-impress,
and then just send it
they
through.
want to take this fight, and it may have been ill-advised.
A little bit bold from KRU, but they got the most important kill over to... They lost the most important kill over towards mid. Yeah, KRU a timeout here. I think they're like overcomplicating it a little bit. They kind of had they had a great thing going at the beginning. I think they can go back to that. They're trying like and too much mid, it feels like.
And this is what's been so impressive with this team is that, yeah, they were getting rolled for the first 6 rounds. It felt like for sure.
Oh, they were. 1000%.
But they stopped the bleeding because they were able to build up their ult economy. So if you're not hitting every single shot, you can at least win with the utility. And now they're at a point where everyone's warmed up and they look like they're ready to get the trades. The comms are on point. The trades are better.
Yeah, the round's looking.
This is a timeout to go. Keep it simple. Let's do what we were doing at the beginning.
For 100 Thieves as KRU Visa calls a timeout. An opportunity to slow things down for just a moment. And this is also, I mean, we're starting to see 100 Thieves put a dent into this KRU economy, but it's still not really much. I mean, Shy's down to very little. Kesnet has taken a little bit of a hit financially, but the truth is, KRU still have plenty to play around.
And so far, KRU,
how do you know this?
Standard style, whether it's a 4-1 or just a death ball. Yeah. So now I'm wondering.
I feel like we would have got leaks by now, Des. I think it's gonna be
feints and try to beta rotate out, and then we hit another site as a death ball.
Tomorrow.
But we haven't seen that so far. Cryo has another Gecko ult online.
What I think of KRU's coach. What he did at last chance qualifier was impressive, man. And they had some
breach stun
brand new interesting ideas, and it was like executed very well. So I'm pretty sure he's legit, man.
Here we've talked about how they like to play around the middle of the map. EU again, top mid by himself. Try to figure it out. I love where Bang plays here. He can drop a paranoia into B main if he needs to take a fight. He can drop a paranoia into mid if EU gets overwhelmed.
Deep recon out. Similar story in terms of mid control.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's just a hard read.
Okay, Cypher spotted in terms of the cam. Do they just speed up a little bit because they've been going a little bit slow sometimes?
Catching Klaus off
guard. Yeah, they speed up a little bit more. Look at this guy just walking it.
A free low.
And again, it's a guy
who doesn't
back
to
get
the
his flowers
original,
enough.
but they have lost one of their big members in terms of
kill,
breach. But this is a jewel and a half.
Given all the space, I was gonna say, given all the space 100 Thieves have on the map, KRU are forced into A, into the Killjoy or into the Cypher utility. Excuse me. But EU falling makes things
lovely little bait on this one.
And it doesn't.
They're gonna deal with this guy at the back. Busio goes forwards. Oh my goodness! Really?
And,
oh!
I mean, it's beginning to crumble.
He got the higher, lower stun.
He's gonna get
Wait.
uphill.
Ooh.
That's all it'll be.
More chance on this one. Dude, nicely done from KRU. Just same thing. Kesnet, most important kill really in terms of the trade back.
They just walked right into A. KRU have done a really good job of identifying when 100 Thieves are playing a retake setup.
Yeah,
and that's
all they're
important
doing.
because that allows them to walk into the site, not have to blow any of their utility, and then they have it for when the retake actually comes in. In this case, they didn't really need any utility because they're just their aim is just on point right now. But had they needed to resort to that, they would have had it in the bag. And Kesnet is sitting on 20 kills in 10 rounds. He's not slowing down.
Well, Austin slowed him down
I was gonna say, surely he's not getting out of that. And they found out the site where they're fighting.
You've talked so much about the spacing
So
that they have and how
do
they're
they
able
just
to
try
pick
and
up.
clear this, make sure they push back and then go back?
The flash in the face of Cryo.
Oh, might just send it. Let's see.
Melser wins it out. A 4v3, Melser weak.
Yeah, problem is they have
Ult in
no
the
map
hands of
control
Klaus.
elsewhere.
And now that the tip of the spear has been blunted, how do KRU approach this round?
They're just holding, waiting for any mistake, maybe a re-clear from 100 Thieves, but 100 Thieves don't need to have anybody on this B site because they have an aggro cam from Boostio, and Boostio also was walked all the way down mid, so they will have 3 players here for the site, but there is a breach ult online for
I like
Klaus
this
and
though
full
from
utility
KRU. They
as
cut
well.
sound like they might have gone back.
There it
This
is.
time they just sight
Waves
hit
of the Rolling
and
Thunder look to
the
collide with the
drone
defenses that are
maybe
there, but
spot
nothing
2.
connects. Bang was able to sidestep it. 100 Thieves able to hold the line. The paranoia out. It's going to buy some space, but the flash in his face, he has to turn it. He has to find some room. And Bang gets 2. Shy in a clutch situation. Shy, who's been good for this squad.
Nicely done. Shout out to Bang here, played really good. Recon went in as well, just they went to shoot the recon, got the flash in as well. That was like the big reason why they could actually get a lot of the angles, get a lot of the good kills.
By TPing towards the box of A main. And I liked what KRU were cooking up there, but the problem is 100 Thieves had a full read that they were there.
Yeah, and you would imagine they're just going to go back to the original. Just if we literally look at all of the KRU rounds, they've won when they've gone to the Cypher site, they've lost when they've gone to the fight site.
Turn the flash in the moment as he's entering in. I mean, that's what makes him so good as a player.
If I'm the coach, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit because it's like, guys, when you find out that they're fighting here, go back to B.
20 and 7.
Let's see. So they're going to find out they're fighting over towards B here.
I'm confirming, but I'm pretty sure that's the most kills.
Yeah, you see the raise, and then instant easy call over towards A. Oh, they cancelled it. Saw them go and then they cancelled it.
Asuna should be aware that Breach Reclear utility will be coming out here because it happened previously on an anti-eco round.
Instantly back in with the soul ball. Yeah, the timing on that's perfect, but Klaus.
Damn, bro, he hit a lot.
And now we're starting to see the fight across the middle of the map. EU able to steady the crosshair and get the kill onto Melser. And again, he pushes forward, trying to find some space. Trying to tuck behind enemy lines. EU
I
in a
catch the
position
spike.
to play spoiler once more. Oh, all of that info just to be kept back by the trip. No satchel, no TP, nothing.
Bang is on top of this CT box. This usually is always good for one. They stunned it though.
No ult to their name. They have to do with guns they have.
See if they kill the Cypher.
They're ahead of the smoke already, but Bang finds the timing.
Yeah, with that as well. Breaks the trip behind. Dude, Bang's been great. Past 2 rounds been really, really good.
Klaus, a 1v3, a shot in his lap. EU gets 3.
Hey, lovely.
What a great comeback.
Yeah, lovely comeback from them.
In this half. I mean, this was looking like disaster for a second. KRU were up 6-0. In the remaining 6 rounds, 100 Thieves were able to snag 5 of them to give them a chance to close this map out. And with the Sova and Gecko comp that 100 Thieves are running, we've seen them run stuff like this on Haven before. I know it's been a long time since Haven's been in the map pool, but they tend to do really well with defaulting with comps like this. Completely different map, I understand,
but a similar idea. I get what you're saying. We're going to throw it down to the desk to break down the first half. The rounds came in bunches. Fellas, what do you think?
Well, yeah, we definitely have to talk about that first half. It was phenomenal. A phenomenal showing from KRU.
Wait, isn't a different one, Desp?
Just,
I mean,
you're not talking about the
old KRU
you're not talking about the accidental.
Honestly, it's giving last year's LCQ.
That may be a flashback.
Crazy. I mean, the first 7 rounds, he took the first duel on all 7 rounds and won 6 of them.
That's crazy.
That is absurd. Nasty work.
Yeah, he was beasting, and I think that made it really difficult for 100 Thieves to get into this. But they did, honestly. This was a 5 rounds in a row here for 100 Thieves. I think it started off with a really nice idea.
This change is already in play.
Shut down some of the B main aggression that Kesnet was putting out there.
This nerf's already in the
patch. This is just absurd. 20 and 8 in the first half. Actually, I think he might have 21. The guy is frying, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. But I mean, in the last couple of rounds, just getting a couple early entries, getting one early pick or something like that, knocking a few players low, that sort of thing has been helping 100 Thieves tremendously at stopping exactly what KRU wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to say, though, how is Kesnet so good, though? Smiley
How is he so good? I mean, it's what Austin was saying before the game. They've got to shoot them. They've got to shoot them.
But they are, though. They actually are.
No, but they did step it up. They did step it up. And I'm excited to see what they've got with this Sova on attack.
Yeah, then
a lot of times when you're playing Sova on these maps where it's less common, it kind of makes me think of like Calm back in the day on Frax last year, where a lot of the util gets so much value because you're just not used to having to be conscious of where things are coming in.
I think it's a lot harder to play that style on attack side, though. You saw a lot of times those defense close chokes, those long-range ults, that's what he was relying on, and I don't know if you can get that same sort of thing on attack.
Yeah, well, let's get this second half underway. We're going to toss it back to our casters, Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much. It was an interesting first half. You got to give them that. Records were broken. I believe
20-8.
had the record was 17 kills and a half. Now broken by Kesnet. Seeing Cryo play Gecko for the first time. I think that's what that. Yes. Yeah,
Can we really include?
412 matches.
Can we really include? We include the matches that Gecko wasn't even a thing.
Become a more flexible player for his team, and that's why you're seeing a lot of success. But
Holy
Crew are running it down.
Holy, they're actually just
Oh,
running
they
it
are
down.
actually sending it.
Bang continues to farm.
Looking like a
They
pistol
may have
each.
been running it down, but they ran it down into the crosshairs of Bang, and he just one-tapped 2 players, it looked like.
Ran it down a little bit too far.
Yeah, won a lot of angels on this, and in terms of the person that could farm, or you want to farm, the Razor is one of them.
The 1-2 punch we've seen so many times before for 100 Thieves. Doesn't matter what iteration.
Can someone buy me?
Bang is having a hell of a map right now. And Suna getting 3 into that round puts him almost towards halfway on that ult. So, you know, it's more common we see the Geckos try to farm ults and etc. But this time, they're probably going to be farming most of the orbs on Asuna, trying to get that rocket online for the bonus, because it seems like the state of the game right now is snowballing. Getting an ult online for that bonus round, and if you could snag that one away, your economy is set for almost the entire game.
Oh, I mean, we saw it in the first half for Crew.
Yeah.
6 rounds in a row off of that. And mind you, it was the Gecko ult, if I'm not mistaken, but either way, the idea is the same. We'll see if 100 Thieves can continue to push the pace on this. They have 4 rifles to their name.
And I thought they would farm the orb onto Asuna, but they still decide just go with the Gecko. Why not? We'll probably get ult.
I mean, it's just such a short ult to get too. I mean, just 7 points to bring it online.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye on who farms here. Cryo's good to farm. Asuna's good to farm.
Bang is in the flow state right now, Doug.
It's not the best plant for this.
He's insting people that are appearing on his screen. He's killing people that aren't as well. This is such a weird game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, they're just trying to find any kills they can with
Shots though, calm shots.
that they have, and really only one comes through.
Cryo went
Yeah, and
into
they
this
picked up all the
round
guns.
with 1 ult orb, and now he's only 2 off. And this is why you see Gecko just in the meta right now.
Yeah.
In general, the character's so good. It's so easy to farm ults. Even when you use
In the next change they make for the snowball effect will be another increase to all orbs. They'll probably just do like a slow increase of some of the agents. Gecko's at least getting it. Like there's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind that Gecko goes up all points.
Really freaking strong.
Gecko's nice.
And we'll see if we'll see if that's their approach, if that's their game plan. I would imagine it is. What I'm curious about is how 100 Thieves choose to do it, because if we're thinking about it, Crew probably are as well. They want to get that Gecko ult online.
Yeah.
And Crew have invested in denying the A orb, but they've left the B one open.
Then you just get B for free.
Pretty
It's
much a
this
buy v buy.
constant game of cat and mouse.
We'll call it a bonus, but it's pretty much a buy v buy. We will note that this is an extra buy instead of Cryo buying it. Is interesting, but it should just be a drop nonetheless. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's much easier said than done. Again, you see this
Cryo 1
soar
HP.
Out. They roll out onto the site. Lucio's going to be hitting a late flank through market, but Kesnet has got behind
Interesting though, still got the plant off.
Whoa,
Whoa, and then
he's got to find it real fast though.
holy.
Because the rest of
Yeah, and they can't tunnel vision too much, and this looks pretty nice for Crew at the moment.
Shy, detained.
Let's see how much EU can get.
Crew. They're tucked so far back. That's a big one from EU, but he's going to have to deliver more. One is not enough here. With a paranoia in his face, he tries to catch a timing. Nothing is found. Can Cryo do what he could not? No. EU's left alone. They know his position. He's got to swing into it. And he can't find anything.
And in terms of it though, 2 is enough for the damage.
So off of
this is the big swing run.
Klaus 2 away from having his ult online.
Yeah, and I like Crew's approach to this retake. They were actually playing up in sight. Kesnet took a very aggressive angle at first.
Right.
They fall back into CT as the actual hit utility comes out. 400 Thieves, they understand. We're going to hit on your hit. The breach stun comes out, Gecko flash comes out, and they're just going to flood out into sight.
They fully send and commit, yeah.
And that's why you saw Asuna get punished on that default box. Nowhere to go, really.
And it's that chemistry and that fighting together that we were talking about from Crew in the first half. You saw it here on the second half. The idea is the same. They scrap and they scrap together.
Crew did what 100 Thieves could not, and that's win that bonus round. And Cryo invested.
Recon got a scan off though,
as
so
well
they
into that.
kind of checked that all the close is free.
Now it's EU who's close to having his online, so he grabs that orb. That cam is crazy.
Yeah, it's...
You have to commit so far if you want to clear it.
And you can't actually hear it on unless he toggles it on and off, so you might even
Right.
just walk into the site or do a hit
And not
without knowing that there's a camera on you the whole time.
The
till you
timing
pop
for the
your header
info
up.
middle triple swing.
Boostio, the only one without advanced weaponry.
Man.
And he's isolated.
Crew are so willing to just take a gunfight in mid. I mean,
Oh.
for a good reason,
One.
right? 3 players
I
there.
didn't spot him.
I don't know if they saw Boostio on the minimap there.
I don't think so either.
They're already leaning towards this B hit.
Yeah,
This is
Such
a
is going
very
to break this
aggro
trip.
Boosty can call this off.
Yeah,
That's
and
exactly
he can
what he's
call him
doing.
back
The
on this
problem is
one.
Melser is taking space. They made.
Oh, you saw him take his time like he was doing earlier to get the shot. And as soon as they get that one way up, bro, how on earth do 100 Thieves win this round?
Heat, who's taking so much space mid.
30 seconds
The
left.
paranoia to try to find some room to work with. Melser has to take a step back, but Heat's in such a good spot. If he can find the timing.
No way.
But 100 Thieves with
Keep
no
an
real
eye on
option
their,
to push forward. There's
an eye on
Heat
the
arriving just
Gecko.
the right time. Melser's joining in on it. EU's left alone. A 1v2. The spike planted. Plenty of time.
Shots.
But the kills in favor of Crew.
Yeah, dude, they honestly they did a good job to get it to this stage. That was
Some
impressive.
warning shots there as well right after. I did like the approach into this round from 100 Thieves.
Okay,
Had Boostio
eco for
gotten
100
that kill
Thieves.
on the Melzer, that's
It's
a
a
whole
free round.
different round.
Oh,
Yeah,
1000%.
exactly.
Bro,
So you
yeah,
see
they're
what they set up. They
confident.
did an
They're
early
so
B main
confident with
control
it.
default, and then cut noise. And Crew were 3-man peeking down mid, getting no info at all. So that, of course, Melzer is going to start taking that A space, pushing up, and everyone's going to lean towards B. 100 Thieves wanted that to happen. Maybe if Boostio had an actual rifle in that round, it's a different scenario that we're
Yeah,
in
they
now.
kind of got punished for buying
really
into
hard
the
to
bonus
stress the
there a
importance of
little
that
bit.
kill. Because as you were mentioning, that
Honestly,
really, that
would you
decided
reckon
the
he
round.
wins that with a rifle?
And we're seeing right now the difference in having a breach and a difference in having a Sova for each team. 100 Thieves, they can't really do a lot of explosive plays right away because if you
Messi
run into that
effect?
fault
Yeah,
line,
maybe.
you're gonna get punished,
Oh, you're
especially on the especially in the early chokes.
NA buying.
So they kind of have to play a little bit of a dragged out info game and try to bait out rotates like they did in that
Who
last
started
round.
the NA buying?
And
I
maybe
can't even remember. It might have been
Boostio,
C9 last year.
He is the IGL. He was in that mid area. He
Then
understood
then
that three
Sentinels
players
and
were just
100
sitting in
Thieves
the top
started
mid.
following.
That could be something they
Those
punish
three
as
were
well.
like,
Maybe
ooh,
they do
doing
another
it.
B default,
And then people
as
in,
those players are rotating over,
people
they
in
try
tier
to
2 are
set up
doing it as
some
well.
kind of play, maybe a double swing in mid and try to kill them on that cross.
Yeah, potentially push into spawn. We've seen teams do that a lot, where they try to scale up. But it does not look like it's going to be a B default. It's a heavy lean A. Only one not close by is EU.
Oh, it's the tech balls.
The bomb's going towards B.
Oh, the timer's not moving.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Say it ain't so. Is it Boostio?
It's the mouse again, isn't
It's
it?
not. It's not Boostio this time.
Oh, he's getting up.
Oh, man. I mean, hey.
We don't know what's going on.
I was going to say, when you got to go, you got to go.
I thought about saying it too. But once we figure out what's going on, we'll keep you all informed. Obviously,
I mean, he sprinted off the stage, I think.
we can guess. We can speculate. But the truth is, he's not in his chair anymore. So, again, once we figure out what's going on, we'll keep you all informed. But for now, a quick tech pause. Tech pause player.
The alts, in other
Empty
hands,
time to be.
they're
I
all
mean,
coming
they
online from
normally
both sides right now.
don't let you really.
So this
So
is gonna
unless
be-
it's like
Honestly,
there's
it's gonna
nothing
be,
else
the
you
next
can
two
do.
rounds are going to dictate, I think, who really takes control of this map. And that's going to come down to who uses the least amount of alts and who can actually win the rounds with the least amount of alts, in my opinion. If one of these teams is able to just snowball in that way,
It would never get that bad.
get a
Chat.
free round
Jesus,
like
they would
we
let
did,
you go if it was
one
that
rocket
bad.
going in or one gecko ult.
Or one ace.
But they'll literally just be like literally when you're
Something
going
like
onto
that.
stage,
It's a free one.
they will literally
With
just be
20
like,
HP. Yeah,
guys, you got like is everyone peed? You guys good?
Oh, this guy's got a
Because we
deep,
don't want to
deep
have a
playbook.
tech timeout for someone to pee.
I mean,
That was like four sheets of paper.
he's also someone that we really don't talk about enough. What Adam's been able to do with this squad. he was around during the dark days of KRU, right?
Yeah.
He saw the lowest of the low, and then he was there for the crazy LCQ run, and now he's here watching this addition of Heat and Shy and how good they've been.
Yeah,
it's been really impressive.
He had this tweet that he said, or he had an interview that Dryad interpreted, and it was, "We don't care about the table or the seed
Reading
or who
struts
won
is
or
allowed
anything.
for tech.
We only want to
for the
compete,
coaches.
play,
Yeah.
and have the chance to try.
Bro, they,
if we
yeah,
win,
they can,
we will go back and give it
got
our all.
notes all the
If
time.
we
It's
lose,
their
we will
own
go back
notes.
and give
It's
it our
like,
all. And I mean,
whatever.
that's a testament to
not going to
the
help them too
mental
much with
going
what's
in
going on. Like they
to
should
this
know
match
pretty
and
much
this
everything
year
on
in
the
general. It's
on
been
their
such a refreshing
own
approach. And even
anti-strat anyway.
Kesnet has had words saying, "Oh, I've been working a lot on keeping my composure and etc. within the team." And we already know he's an elite duelist, probably one of the best in the league statistically right now.
Yeah.
One
Hard
of the
to argue.
best
Yep.
for sure. And it just seemed like he would get frustrated in those times, kind of feeling like a one-man army. But now he has complete and utter faith in his team. As
What do
he
you mean,
should.
Emmy? It's good,
Everyone's
right?
been stepping up. Melzer has been having great games.
And he just sat back down. Nice timing. So we should be getting back into the game here very soon. But you're right. I mean, I think in a state where the game feels like it's at its most volatile, for KRU to have that mentality going into every single weekend, every single match, regardless of the opponent, regardless of the outcome, I think, as you're mentioning, it's just a testament to the success that they've had. It's clearly working. The formula works.
Yeah, and I like their humble approach too. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Because they know they're good.
And it's all clicking at just the right time. Again, the stakes for KRU here are I mean, the magnitude of them are enormous. They win this, they're one series away.
Just getting a different
from
group.
qualifying for Shanghai.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, pretty
a team
much.
that didn't have a great year last year. The rags to riches story here is insane.
Yeah. And even in kickoff, right? Like not much success there either.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fine.
they really turned it around. And
Trying to go back into this 100 Thieves, obviously lost the big buy round, so now they got an eco, they get a hero gun, triple stinger, so maybe they're going to be sending it a little
this
bit.
next round,
Or maybe they want to find out what side is retake
They're gonna change
fast.
the pace right here.
That looks like
Oh,
a
they're
satchel
sending it.
setup. Asuna pushing forward, but he gets scooped. Has
And
to take the
he
fight.
tanked
And
the
it's just
Dizzy
too much.
Flash.
That's what I
And
was
over
talking about, the
towards
difference
B, which they were
between
trying to
Reach
walk
and the
into.
Sova.
They got completely wrecked in the
It can be hard
1v1
to
with
go
the
for plays
Cypher.
like that, and you saw, I mean, Asuna's pathing there was really good, but nobody was there to shoot the Gecko Eye.
And that was with him dodging the
Yeah, he dodged the
last
fault
stun
line.
too, yeah.
Now Klaus, he has the breach ult online. And ideally, if you're KRU, you want to win this clean, not use any of your ults.
Yeah. And you've got plenty of them. And they're high impact ones too.
Yeah, I mean, they're close to having all 5 ults online. Same thing for the other side as well for 100 Thieves. So that's why I was stressing how important these next 2 rounds are going to be to not only
Yeah,
get the ult
and
economy,
let's kind of see how much damage they can do. Because
but to set up the future
they're in
rounds.
a KRU are in an incredibly good
46 seconds
spot.
left in
Money's
the
good.
round. Finally,
Kesnet's
some
2 away
pressure
from his ult.
alleviated.
A little
With that,
overused,
I mean, they're
that's
pretty
an
much going to have
upgrade
5
for Bang,
ults
and,
next
I mean,
round.
he's been at the top of
Especially if
the scoreboard
Kesnet
for
can get
100 Thieves
2.
this entire match, so
And his rifle will join Cryo's.
there's always
At
a
least
chance.
can be close
and
to.
now if you're KRU, you might be forced to invest in
30
ults
seconds left.
because it's not that clean of a round.
They've got him here.
20
Oh,
seconds.
man.
As the calls, this is getting real slippery, real messy, but it seems like it's finally
down
stabilizing
A.
for
Yeah, it's
KRU.
all good. And the good news is they didn't have to use any ults.
Bang with 15 HP and 10 seconds left. The spike out of
10
reach.
seconds left.
That one's going into the next round.
Yeah, not a bad save here because, I mean, he maybe would have had to been on light armor next round. Now he could probably fully invest, get full armor on
Yeah,
with the
this is
save,
a good save.
of the Vandal, but
Bit
I
of
mean, they
damage?
almost
Better
run
than
back.
nothing.
it's just when you're
These
when
guys
you're
are probably
up numbers
armory
like
back
that,
'cause their
KRU are
money's
playing
so
these
good.
scenarios really well. He tucking on the default box. Kesnet knows he has to break that drone for him. That's the punish that we saw earlier in the round. On the other side of the map, I didn't even realize that Shy got the best of Boosty.
Enemy remaining.
Well, I think the important thing, too, about that round is, as you mentioned, they needed to get through that. Maybe not super cleanly,
Yeah.
but they did it without investing the ults that they had, right? So they still have Klaus's ult. They still have Heat's ult. And a desire to
We
aggress mid once
absolutely
more.
send
Remember,
it.
we
Big
saw
buy
this in
round
the
for
first one.
100
It did
fees.
not
They would
go
have had
their
some
way.
kind of
This
plan.
time
We
it's got
decided
a
to go
different
full
flavor to
aggro
it.
mid with a late on flash
A little
in
bit
case
more
we were
of a center.
dueling
They've got
here.
him trapped.
No value though.
Hey, I tell you what, 100 fees take this as a big win right now.
Looked like it could have been electric. But he
Yeah, and
has
they
to
realize
take
that
a
they're
step
all over
back.
towards
Yeah,
middle
they just
instead of
have to
going
get
back
out
and trying to
now,
get
play
map
the
control.
retake
They
with
just
the
want to
breach
send it. Smoke,
And
recon
just
cleared
observe as
sight,
well.
popping
Melso
back
playing up close
box.
in the smoke. Asuna not far off.
Oh.
Is he gonna get hit?
Oh, he dodged
He
it.
doesn't get hit.
Here we go.
Asuna's in a position to make a huge play. Only one foul though.
Waiting shy.
His crew are able to keep him back. Numbers in favor of the defense.
Holy, look at him go, man.
Crew up to 11.
Look at him go. Someone keeps on getting the most important kill. It's normally Shy in the rounds, but I think whoever was here, I want to say it was he.
But it's just the trading that I was talking about on that.
I mean,
retake,
honestly,
we actually
Shy's skills
saw
are very
Melzer
impactful
also
at the moment.
TP behind Asuna on top of that box towards A, that little double box. It's just so many things going well right now for Crew, and they're doing things together, right? It's so explosive. It can feel so overwhelming when a team has the spacing that they have, and they're also just 5 players online hitting every headshot.
Okay, another low buy for 100 Thieves, so most likely 7-12.
Oh, that's scanned.
Recon scanned everyone.
Twice. Gotta be dead.
Damn, Asuna did
plays that perfectly, gets his kill,
insanely
then
well.
Satchel's back.
Yeah, the satchel back to
Stays
dodge.
alive.
Got an ult out
No
of
real
them.
punish. Now they cut noise. This
And
is,
we got to start looking
really
at.
like
I'll tell you what.
Thieves are doing here.
Imagine 100 Thieves wins this, and you got to start looking at this autocon, because these autocons aren't going to be up until like 11, 11, 12,
Yeah, they're
12,
really
11,
not the
or
type
something
to
like
just
that.
sit back and wait
So
to
in terms
see
of
what
just straight
100
auto
Thieves will
economy,
show.
the comeback is on. In terms of actual economy,
He
not
has
so
gone
much.
exploring.
Kesnet will get first contact on this hit. How many is he good for?
The trip will keep him back. Flank. He still gets one.
And he breaks the trip, and he runs out of there, but you would imagine this guy gets the kill, and that's a free gun upgrade, and now he can
try to get away.
just omen ult?
Bangs there to receive, and just like that,
Yeah.
the map's open once more.
Wait,
Gonna be a foot race towards A. Kesnet will be the
Yeah,
first
honestly.
here. And so far, he is alone.
surely not,
He runs
isn't
through the
it?
smoke. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
lovely trade, big taunt too.
Bus doesn't have his
Like
follow
big
up either. It
taunt
should be
too.
up soon. The paranoia in his face as Asuna tries to tuck, but position's been given away.
Dude, Crew are just together, man.
Crew are just
Yeah,
playing
they play so well
aggressive.
together. It was
They're just feeling it like
close, man.
crazy right now. Kesnet ran through a smoke solo.
Yeah. And I gotta see
Trade
that heat kill
Kings, yeah,
again.
they trade him really well.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was cool. But
Asuna did sick, yeah, man.
yeah.
I mean, even that shot there is clean.
Yeah, it was filthy.
Enemy remaining.
But Crew are playing a different game right now, man. This looks like...
There's like Crew's util usage
looks
is
like
pretty
a
sick
rank
as
game
well.
for them.
Even when it
5
comes down
rounds
to
in a
ults, they never like
Thieves digging in
they
to
always
what they
force
can
something.
find.
5 chances and we go faster and there's 3 people. 4 people. Wait, they 4-person stacked A and they went fast?
Bang, able to
Oh
punch
my...
back.
Whoa.
Dude, the madness of that round were settled at 2 apiece. Bang, looking.
This guy's a
trying
unit.
to land the shots onto one.
Damn, bro, Shy wins every single duel. Okay, they kind of smacked him.
His crew are not slowing down.
They look great. They're so confident.
Yeah, they
in
look
everything
so
they're doing.
good.
Kesnet's taking every single timing possible right now. This is just one
This,
of those games where going
this
into the
meta
next match,
suits
Iron
them
Beach
a
need to
lot.
Just reset and be aware of
All
the randomness
goes
that
together.
Crew's playing with right now, and the level of proactivity
A lot
that
about
they're playing
trading.
at as well. Especially
about
on the
sending
defensive
it.
side. When a team is feeling it like this, you have to be able to hold the default and be able to punish aggression.
They've been proactive.
Also, we got to say that even though they kind of snowballed with some ults at the beginning, you got to say that overall game plan of trying to find the cipher and hit the cipher site was like perfect. Every time they were hitting over towards the cipher site, they were just saving so much util that 100 Thieves couldn't
When they
retake.
had ults that were stacking, they leaned into it. They converted
they
the
played it
bonuses that
great.
they needed to when they won their pistol. So really, from top to bottom, that was an outrageously good map from Crew. And I think
Yeah, they're a scary
we had
team.
this
They play
conversation at the
together.
beginning of the series. We had
They have
never
a
seen
good
100
like
Thieves play
overall
Sunset.
game
Breeze
plan.
is the next map. We
How
haven't
they
seen
want to
them play
play.
that one either.
Yeah.
At least attack.
And I think the good thing about Breeze is that Cryo
then
has been known
they're just
to
units
be
together.
a menace on the jet on Breeze. So
We'll see if he can replicate that success on the other side of this break. We'll be
The
right
only
back.
map they've lost so far is against Furia. Alright, chat. We'll be back in a bit. It's Breeze? Breeze next, right? Yeah, it is Breeze.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Derek's just going to run him down with the rifle in his hand. Superman still there. Adjustment of Shy.
Oh, he's going to run into the trip.
No way!
Yeah, we are joined by KRU's Adam here on stage after that first game win. And I have to ask you, overall, seeing 100 Thieves come in here playing 2 new maps, do you approach the series any differently?
No, I think we try to approach any series the same way. Like, we are a team that really focus on ourselves. Like, we don't care too much against who we are playing or their playstyle or what they do. We just want to focus on our things, play the best as we can, and I think that that can make us winners.
Well, it shows in the wins. Thank you so much, Adam. Good luck in the game.
That's right. That's a mentality to have, Coach Adam. Yeah, who cares how the other team is playing? Just focus on your team and how you all are playing. As you can see, KRU, they took Sunset 13 to 7.
To OT.
No, it did not. No.
17 to 7.
No OT.
Played out the full scrim just to body them a little bit more. That's crazy.
That was a very good game. In my
solid.
mind, especially after there was pretty much a big resurgence from 100 Thieves in that. I started to get impressed and started to get scared.
Crew wins, does
But
Sen
then
have
all
a
of sudden,
chance? I don't
Crew's
think
just
so,
like,
dude.
nah, we're good. We actually know how to handle your
honestly,
your
bro, I
attack
think it's
side now.
just
And,
I would just
handle it,
accept
they
that
did.
they're not
And
making it to
when the side
playoffs.
swap too was to me a
And then if somehow they
display
make
of,
it, then you're
again,
like, well,
the depth of
okay.
talent now that Crew has. Where if that were last year, I have to feel like with Kessin slowing down in the second half, that things would have fell apart and 100 Thieves would have won that game. But now, you know, in that second half, like, you have Shy stepping up in a bunch of the late rounds to win crucial rounds.
Yeah, and here's one round where I think the pace shifted, right? You see them running down mid, you see the paranoia coming through with Kesnit pushing into tiles, you see Shy going through a Cypher cage bottom mid, and that's all to push everybody into this thrash that he was actually
Thieves played
solo
bad.
on A, throwing
Got
out,
heavy
and that
snowballed,
definitely could've got some as
a little
100
bit
Thieves
slow
fall
to
out, but
adapting
as you
to
see
what was
this,
going
right,
on Cypher-wise in
100
terms
Thieves
of
doing, they think, oh my
fighting and
goodness,
giving
there's
a
4
map
people pushed
control.
down mid. There's only one guy here on A.
Their
We have to push
attack.
him to A, and that's Crew immediately giving
Honestly,
up on
Crew,
that
it looked
because
hard to
didn't
play against
find anything
Crews.
in mid,
I don't think they
and
played
pushing
that
right
badly.
back with that double layer that they have with Klaus having that rolling thunder, and
think
obviously
they played that
Asta could
badly.
have done some big damage there, just
Wasn't
not being
great,
able to
but it
find
wasn't
the
bad.
actual transfer in that moment. I think this idea very, very good, where you show a lot of presence, a lot of strength, and then say, okay, actually, we don't have to
That
do
lack of
anything with this.
experience
we don't
on
have
the
to full
map,
commit.
yeah,
we
that
still
might
got
be
plenty of
true.
tools to win out that round.
This guy kind of
Again,
took
the
over as well.
decisiveness on
Gotta remember
display
that.
from Crew, and it obviously set up with that breach all very nicely. But the way that they're all swinging together, again, they're just 2 players out of link, 2 players out of, you know, backside, and they're just all swinging in. And it's Shy again in the late round who that trade onto Asuna was huge, gets the ult
Right
off
through the
that.
smoke,
Like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, again, I mean, they're just doing all those little things so right. And it's because you can see the trust that they have in each other right now to be able to swing off of each other, trade for each other well. It's beautiful.
Oh, trust.
Oh,
Yes.
you
Buying
got
new
it.
maps in to get reps before
How
playoffs.
did this get away from 100
Good
Thieves, though? Like,
spear
is there, I
thing.
mean, you talk about trust, but, like, I mean, are they trusting themselves?
Could be a
like,
good way of
you know,
approaching it.
on Sunset.
I do think
Still kind of
at
want
least
to
when
win
they
every single
side-swap
game.
to defense,
Like, I would
think
maybe
it
use.
was rounds like the one you showed.
Yeah, it's
but
weird.
Where Crew just really
you
had
might be right.
their number on understanding which sites they were going to hit. I mean, they were just reading
It's
them
kind of basic.
very well.
Yeah, it was
They'll at
basic
least
from
learn
100
from
Thieves
this, and they definitely
I
need
think
to
a
learn. You
big
could
part
tell
has
they're
to
like
do
a
with
little
the
bit
comp.
slow adapting, whereas maybe if
Well,
they
you know what?
played
Let's
some
hear
more
what the
officials
100
and
Thieves
were
coach
aware of
has to say just ahead
how
of
like
map 2.
easy it was, I guess, for
Riv
Crew
here,
to read them
joined
at the
by
beginning.
6 before their next game. The second half looked great. You guys started to come out firing, and then the post plant started to fall away. What are you seeing that's leading to this?
There was a few post plants we definitely could have been more proactive. We knew exactly what to expect coming in, but there was like just some mistakes in terms of like following through with our game plan coming into the match. So going into Breeze, we're still pretty confident. I think like at least, you know, Kessin had an insane first half. So that, you know, we were thankfully able to recover, else that would have looked like a really bad map. But we're still confident. Players know that they're, you know, going to aim better than them, but we just had to change like small details in the way that we play the game, and we'll bring that for Breeze.
Awesome. Thank you for the insight. Best of luck in Breeze.
Yeah, I guess, you know, how do you combat Kesnit, I guess is the question I have. I mean,
you have to hope and pray that he slows down a little bit, goes back to the average, because that, I mean, that was
Did tweet
a
about
crazy
being
half
happy
of
they
it.
get more reps now that
Was
they're
our
through.
best half that we've had.
I know.
Yeah,
I am
then-
expecting on
then
Breeze,
maybe
especially
that
starting
makes
on
sense that they kind of like
defense. Cryo just played
more
Gecko for the
open to
first
playing
time
these
ever
maps.
in a match. You
Work
have to
out
assume
what's
on Breeze
actually
he's
like
going to
fully
be
wrong with them.
playing Jet unless they do, because again, 100 Thieves haven't played Breeze yet. I'm going to assume Cryo's going to be playing Jet here.
Proposal, Boostio on Jet.
And no,
and you're wrong.
The Boostio Cypher, the
Cryo's
double.
going to be on the Jet. So if they can get this first pistol round and get the economy rolling to get the operator in his hands, Breeze obviously has super deep sight lines.
Yep.
You can see him take over the game on defense. We saw that all last year when he got that in his hands. That's when 100 Thieves looked their best.
Yeah, I think those first engagements are going to be huge.
Get the
Kessin
old
was
school.
farming in that first map, and the shift in personnel on that first dive agent is going to be huge here. It's going to be make or break. Cryo on the Jet, I think you pointed it out. It's the basic thing to point out with these two compositions right now, that they're very standard on both sides. So yeah, that battle, it's everything.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm kind of curious. Will we get to a third map? Let's find out and send things back to your casters. Here's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the question on everyone's mind, will we get to map 3? Given the stakes, given the matchup, given the fact that we haven't seen 100 Thieves play this map before, you've got Cryo on Jet, you've got Kesnet on Jet. This is a matchup I'm excited for, man.
Yeah, and honestly, 100 Thieves are no slouches in general to Breeze. Honestly, one of the maps that I played against them the most was Breeze from the start of the Bang Asuna just duo that they had amongst themselves. And they were crazy. The fundamentals that they had going into this stuff has been, it's just nuts. They have a lot of good protocols for retaking on A, specifically with the Cypher. And I wonder if they're going to bring that over into this new roster with Boosty, or if there's new ideas being cooked up.
Okay,
But
100 Thieves
Cryo
on
is
defense,
gonna be the
Crew
guy
on attack,
that
and we get
really
the
needs to
cross map
step
knife.
up,
And honestly,
especially
does he
on the
delay this a little bit?
to
Because
try to
this might hit a few.
outduel on those entries.
Yeah, only hits them, and they were caught.
Yep. And
They were ready for this knife to go
looking like
in,
he's
and now
gonna
they
get
want to
first contact here
insta
again.
hit, and
On to
that
Boosty, I
was.
say that.
Ooh. Josh.
Shots from EU to punch back.
Yeah, you rarely see a Sova bring out the Sheriff, or did he pick it up
But with
from
that,
Cryo?
though, Cryo is fallen, EU is fallen.
Wait, Cryo has.
They do have Boosty here, and he does have a trip set up. It's cleared, and you best believe you Jet's dashing into your lap. Boosty able to weather some of the pressure, but
just the trade again.
What is that?
So fast.
Flash over the top from Asuna.
Oh, but Bang's on the flank right now.
Player standing.
Perfect timing on the swing. He actually got tagged by the Sheriff as well. That might make a difference if Shy can
At least knows where he is, maybe, from that.
On an island.
Gotta find the perfect timing. First kill
Uh-oh,
is found,
gave him a
74
1v1.
HP.
A good reposition from Bang, but I would imagine
You
this.
saw him already looking towards mid.
No way.
Ooh, nicely done.
The pistol from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, big pistol.
The name of the game in the last map was that defensive aggression that we saw Crew take. This time it's 100 Thieves, and I'm happy. I know Cryo fell right away, but he's still going for aggro plays. EU gets the 2 trades there, and then Bang is able to have all that time to flank all the way around and just be a thorn in the side of Crew.
And good on Boostio to be able to at least kill Kesnet there.
Yeah.
Right. If Boostio falls apart, all of a sudden you have more numbers favor of 100 Thieves, or of Crew, excuse me. So a kill that seemed seemingly insignificant.
Saved
Actually had
400
time
in the
value.
pistol.
Cryo feeling some
Boostio
same
buys him
pressure,
up
and Kesnet
now. Gets
daring
light
the duel.
armor, and we're gonna have an op into the
But
third
with the
round.
inferior weaponry, is that something you went out? Cryo's gonna try to do the same. 1 kill found. It's not onto the duelist, so he wants to dip again and dashes away.
Poison's off.
Cryo's confident right now. That was really eager, but when you have that jet dash popped, I mean, why not?
And a guardian.
You outlaw instead of
Knowing their
I mean,
pistols on the
with
other
how he was
side.
playing
It's not
aggro,
great.
it
Gotta
kind of
be
makes
careful
sense.
here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you looking at?
Bang had his back. And now Cryo repositioning. Are they expecting Melser to be coming from the same spot just a
Yeah,
second
looks
later?
like they are. Well, to an
Doesn't
extent.
matter.
Oh my
Yeah, it's not
goodness.
gonna matter. They
Okay,
had
they kind of
flawless
teammates
round for 100 Thieves.
saved some players going down now.
You
yeah,
already
that's
see
a
the
perfect round.
teamwork and the protocols that
And
they
then
have.
do they now
according to
throw
everything.
the gun
That whole
over
time we
to
were so scared
his
for Cryo
Boostia,
'cause
right?
he
And then
left
get out the op?
mid
Yeah, they
completely
do.
open, but Bang was dialed in on the angle the whole time.
Yep.
Wow, they haven't played this since 2022.
You take the
That goes to
outlaw,
show
I'll take the op.
how long I've been playing the game for. The last time I remember playing them on this map, they were insane.
507 days.
It's an interesting
I mean, I still have PTSD.
It's an interesting way of doing it.
I feel like we've had a
The
lot
hell
of
went
like
on-
long streaks.
What the hell went on with the money there?
Yeah.
Talked about Ascent. Yeah. Now Breeze.
I mean, they had a rough year last year, to say the least. Boostio dodges that Sova dart in mid, and I wonder if that's prep work being done. Understanding where Klaus likes to default.
Yeah, and Crew just
his dart,
expecting some kind of
what the
push.
gap actually is. That's why you don't really see
And they
anybody
should have looked
towards
at the
actual
money, so
B
they
side.
might be
Cryo
expecting
brought up an
this.
op into this round.
Op.
Huge investment.
Wow.
Shy should have been able to see that he was scoped in with something.
So they have an op in the hands of Cryo, an outlaw in the hands of EU, on a bonus.
Oh, they swing as the drone goes out.
Another great entry from Kesnet.
Knife goes in, hits
And he's gonna
2.
take the space. He's already
Rotates
pushing
heavy
up.
in.
Is there
And the
anything
timing
to
from
help him
Shy on the
top?
luck
Boostio
looks real
takes care
good.
of him, but again, responded in kind. These weapons
Oh,
now
recon though. She
become
scanned
notably
everyone
more
on
difficult to
site,
find
so that means that
success
Shy
with.
speeds up.
Shy has all of mid right now.
You have to start asking the question if it's worth saving. If Asuna can get another kill, maybe. But
I
no.
know exactly where you are.
Yeah, and Cryo wants to get out of there with the op.
Yeah. Maybe EU sticks around, tries to get a fight.
That's why you see Cryo already just backing off.
Yeah, he's out.
There's no point in even challenging this. The post plants that crew have had, they've been really, really good. Even right there, right? It's a 3v2. The whole
solid
idea
rounds,
is off the
and
cam. We're gonna double swing onto the yellow area.
Right.
Shy is hunting,
It
but
seems like
shouldn't
they're
get
trying to
here in
hunt
time.
down Cryo. And I don't think he ever shot the op, so I don't know that they know that he's saving that.
Yeah, Shy. He might have an inkling.
NA buy with the... See, I would call this the China buy. China does this all the time.
But sometimes you can't really tell from
It's like the NA buy just with op.
He knows he was dialed in.
I prefer that. I prefer that because it's sick. You don't necessarily know that it's going to be out. But a lot of the time, if you have the op, they don't want to hunt you anyway because their recon's really, really low.
So good.
And much like Sunset, it's
you can normally get a safe save as long as you don't overstep.
It's not anything crazy. You're not
with the op.
reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, I don't mind it too
But they're
much.
doing everything good, everything right. The spacing is right. The lurk timing is on point.
Cryo's posted up A. Heat considering creeping forward. The spike not far off behind him.
Made a couple footsteps there though, so the crew players should know that there's some shenanigans going on this.
Remember, Bang got dropped.
It's a nice flash on top of this
over the top.
recon. They have to shoot, and he is hit early. Yeah, Cryo gets another, and EU goes down,
Gonna get the
but
best of EU. Nothing he can do there.
Bang is so low.
And Asuna's on an island. Perfect
Wow, that was a great round from Asuna. Great round from Asuna. What a savior in this. Got pretty close, 3v5 into 3-on-3, and then the flash goes in. Enables a kill, and then he just bangs out 2.
Suna's no joke on this map.
Forces
especially with those
crew
flashes.
down to an
That was
eco.
a perfectly timed flash for Bang there. And Bang was sitting on 1 HP. He knew he had to get that kill or it was done. That 1v1.
Yeah, that 1v1 was
big.
massive.
Kesnit, who usually is on point with those peaks, he got caught in the middle of a jump animation and couldn't recover from it.
I mean, and he could have won the round himself.
Yeah.
You would have gotten Bang.
If he doesn't jump, he guarantees
Yeah, with the
to go.
eco, they have 1 hero gun on Kesnet.
But so
Next round's gonna be pretty nuts. Klaus and Heat both having their ult.
We go. A Guardian in the hands of Kesnit. But just sheriffs, or pistols, excuse me, surrounding it.
In the last 2 rounds, Asuna has been
He
playing
is
that
just
A
baiting
side,
them.
being a support.
You take contact, I'll swing.
With flashes. The crew chants are coming in.
This time he's playing B though. He's posted up with Boosty.
That's what I was gonna get at. Sorry, this crowd is so crazy today.
I got you. I think the other thing worth mentioning here is that once again, they've asked EU to hold an area of the map down by himself. This time posted up on halls. He's got the drone to clear some space and help. Viper wall goes up. Crew's intentions have been
Bang
made
is
known.
in
That's
trouble.
the only weapon in the hands of the attack right now.
Oh, Bang is so low here. EU should have a gap over this.
Fancy footwork keeps him alive though, and there it is.
Spike down A.
Cryo finding
That
value
kind of
with
wants
the
to
op.
stay alive for shock darts.
Kesnit with the Guardian still.
Spike out in the open though.
Another
Ooh.
clean shot from EU.
Jeez.
Kesnit got his one, but that's
Kesnet
all
did
EU.
okay damage. Kesnet heavy baited here.
And I can already
Instead of
tell
it
that
being
other
like
teams
gun, contact,
are
everyone
so
take their turn,
confident
it
in their
was
retakes.
you guys run around while
That
I
they're willing
shoot
to
them.
give all of that A site and Bang, it's kind of just kill as many as you can before you go down.
Yeah,
We got
down
you.
with you, yeah.
We got you, brother. And then ultimately, you just run into all these crossfires once that wall goes down. It's just so hard to actually entry onto the site. Bang stalls for so much time. And a key note, Boosty got Shy on Shy's midler. So this is something you're going to see more often
So
from
double
100
Sova
Thieves, is
ult,
making
but we
sure
have the
that
KRU
that
ult to
midler
cancel the
doesn't get
Sova ult.
a lot of
Knife hits
value,
the
especially
Cypher,
once the
knife
A-splits
top
come
mid
in or
hits
the
the
A's come in,
Jet. So info for
etc.
info.
Well,
Stop the
especially too, once you know
pushover.
that's been
Stop the
part of
pushover
the
towards
playbook
short, but
since
honestly,
Sunset.
and don't really
Starting to
know.
wise up to it.
They kind of do know
Meanwhile,
because the
Cruz,
camera
Weapons says his ult, he does
didn't get
too.
shot.
Another
He
ace
got hit
goal.
with a knife. So
EU has his ult.
This time it's all faint.
He's playing from real far back. Decides to hold on to the trigger. Melser not finding any space
yeah,
in
so
halls.
fake pressure over towards A with a pivot in towards B.
That's Viper smokes right off of that.
And
100 Thieves are aware
this
that the
wall's
mid
just
B
going to
is
help
coming in.
EU. This
And he still
EU
has his ult.
shot, man.
Cryo puts a bullet in the back of
Oh,
E's head.
it's a great round, bro.
Between the eyes of Klaus.
All good. At least his teammate went into traded as well. Really, really nice round from 100 feet. Shout out to Cryo. No matter what, he was always getting traded with that push.
So nice to watch. Our teams look like they just cannot be penetrated through this defense.
This was pretty. Oh, shot is clean and then sliver instantly activates.
Enemy remaining.
The same aggressive Cryo that we've seen these last couple of
And they
weeks.
picked up the op. Changing up his position. This time he's over towards A. They go flash into recon maybe? Flash into shock. Okay, so they were expecting him to go aggro over towards A. The recon doesn't clear too much because he goes outside towards A. I think it scanned this guy. Wait, Cryo is going to get a lot of info. Yeah, so they created fake pressure over towards A, question mark, and we just straight up cleared this, and now we can heavy lean over towards B.
Asuna is back at the B side again.
Yeah, Cryo's done great.
He's been so mobile with the op, and when you play like this, it's hard to get a read on how the defense is set up. And you run into weird traps. Now they know the KO is here. What can they do with it?
Look at those trips, man.
See what Kesnick can do.
You've got to understand
He's
where
going
the
to send it.
now. Cryo's taking space. Kesnick gets some high ground. Not able to find a target. One blade left. A flash through the wall, and he pushes forward. Finding a target. But there's more to be found. More to be grasped. Can the Guardian find any more value? Because the blades are no longer a factor.
Keep an eye on Cryo. Cryo's here early. Hard for him to plant.
Is perfect.
Oh boy.
It's going to be traded. They invest it back.
Klaus did good though to stop his ult because he would have gone down here.
Nothing else.
30
Yeah,
seconds
and it
left.
feels like Heat is going to wrap around on
creeps
Cryo.
across the map, and Heat is on the flank. Cryo had taken so much
Perfect
space with the
timing,
op,
man.
but
Holy.
Heat's going to catch him. There goes the op. And just like that, control seemingly re-established. Melser has a weapon in hand. 13 seconds left, though. They've got to bust the move. They've got to go.
Oops.
Yeah, that was messy.
Holy.
7 seconds left.
Yeah, they got enough time to
They've
plan
got to
though.
get this thing down now.
Out of charges.
Can he win this one out on his own? 35 HP, has a dart and a shock. Into the face of 3. Into this post-plant setup by KRU.
You're so disciplined.
Oh.
Dropped. Heat daring to swing again. The thrifty round goes away of
Yeah,
KRU.
nice round for them. Do
Nice
they go pick
double
up the
swing
op
at
or do they
end
not
there.
want the op?
And even just cutting noise right there, allowing Heat to cook. They didn't press the fact. They didn't want to give 100 Thieves any chance of getting back into the round.
Heat did
And
great.
it was wise. They understood that Cryo was behind the entire time. I think he got tagged by a drone. This crew, they understand what their win conditions are, and in that moment, nobody needed to do anything special. Let's just hold back sight. If somebody pushes into us, we'll try to get the trade onto them. Let Heat cook up. Got that flank onto the offer, and it was said and done.
It was perfect. It led to the thrifty.
Where we at in terms of money?
It's
2
just
full
showing so
loss
much
bonus for
trust
this.
in your teammates.
I mean, they'll
Trust
they'll
in the
buy.
timings that they have.
This, however,
Cryo still with the op.
so yeah,
Changes
KRU definitely don't want to get
position
reset
once
on this
more.
one. They
This
want to
time
get 2 in a
taking
row.
off angle into
Asuna
the
1
nest.
kill away from his ult.
And this is such a good spot
Double
because
Viper.
it's so hard to clear this out as an attacker. Even if you drone
Yeah,
it,
and
you
they're
can just tuck
just
in this corner
chilling
and then
again.
just take your little one
And
right
then
after.
dash away, yeah.
Yep.
Controller
commit
short
so
with the
far
camera. Early
if you
trip
wanna
in
take
case
the
they
fight.
push.
He has
Smoke
all
at
the
middle,
info
so
in
they
mid
can
right now.
close mid.
The only thing that's not covered is his elbow, but,
Yeah, but
he doesn't need to
Asuna's
worry about it. There's a cam watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got the
And Asuna can spot that a
so
little
the
bit
cipher
too.
over towards middle. They got the camera on short, so it can kind of hear rotates.
The drone going down the halls.
We are just gonna head over towards A.
So quiet.
Gonna keep an eye on
They have the attack
EU's
side up.
recon because obviously they're
They're
gonna
just
go
looking for
out and
any
then
mistake,
they'll have a
any
recon
slip
behind
up.
them.
Here.
From the defense.
Just
the recon's
setup
like
again.
They could
Recon
capitalize
goes
on
in
it.
now.
Back in the hands of Klaus, and Kesney just dash forward. Lit up
Kind
by
of
the
spots that
dart,
only one's out.
but slowing things down. Not a moment too soon. The shot
Oh.
from Klaus is great. And if not him, it would have been Kesnit who joined in on it.
Keep an eye though, it's
Does
Viper
get the
ult
assist.
before the
Kesnit tries
plant,
to set the
and
crosshair, gets killed
maybe
off.
Bang can do something.
Now with the pit, Bang tucks the flash. He dips in at just the right time.
Yeah, and
man,
it looks
the
like it's the
discipline
good
for
Viper ult
Heat
that
to
extends
not
over
actually
towards A.
Commit fully onto that
So,
angle and just get
I mean,
right back into that ult.
This is
100 Thieves
crazy.
can't win this.
Look at Shy's positioning.
He's so good.
But EU's got to know. I mean, he swung into that, wanting to take that fight.
Still, there's just so much you have to do. And this
Yeah, and the
Viper
fact it
gives
has
you a
this little
cubby
cubby over
on the
towards the
right
right, like
side
what are
of
you
A
actually
main.
meant to do?
There's
She had
really
planned
no
this a
aim
little
there.
bit
Yeah,
before, and
this
you
is
knew
just
they had the
impossible.
ult and knew they like to do it, and he went
the
through
post plants from KRU
tube.
have been
A
so
good call
this
from 100
entire
feet to
series.
save it, because this is done.
We'll see if Shy's able to hunt out a couple.
Yeah, he
He's
actually
on
might
the
have
late
two,
lane
huh?
flank right now.
He's gone hunting.
Okay.
Busio gets a kill with the op, so they'll save that. Into the next round. Back into the hands of Cryo, we presume.
And then they will die.
Although Busio does like using the weapon from time to time.
Great round for
I've been
KRU.
speaking a lot about how
They got some
KRU,
money off
they
this,
don't
but-
really reinvent the wheel. They play
Other than
pretty
dying.
standard comps apart from Icebox, but it's micro things that they do. Like
They had a weird
Cloud
exec,
buying
right?
off,
And like if you look at their A exec, each time they've kind of
and
been
then
changing it
peeking
up.
into the zone.
It was drone
and
into
winning a
insta
battle
peak.
Small things like that
It's like
give them
literally
the edge,
drone
even
and
though
peak at
they
the
play a
same
more
time. Then next they
standard
had
style and just play,
drone
try to play
and then they
fundamentally correct.
peaked, right? So it was a little bit later.
Kesnet
This
has
time we
been having
had
a rough
dash
start
in and then
to
drone.
this
So they've
map,
been mixing it
3
up heavy
rounds,
over towards A.
It's not too bad right now if you're KRU, especially with the momentum that 100
Be a
Thieves
little bit
have
hard to
going
deal
into
with.
this entire,
And that might be why it got that might be why it got tagged there, because the guy on site's probably in charge of shooting the drone, but then he's got to worry about the guy dashing, so he can't shoot the drone, and then the drone tags the guy in stairs, and then he gets killed by the op.
And KRU starting to claw their way back into this thing. Now the deficit down to 2. See a timeout called from 100 Thieves. A few moments before it elapses. I think we're going to continue to see this op battle between both of these jets. And you mentioned it, Cryo has gotten the upper hand over Kesnet a couple times here.
And he's gonna need to keep going for these aggro plays because it just seems like KRU's post plants are just too good.
Now we get a big
for
one.
that 100 Thieves roster to deal with.
Now we get
Where
a really
100 Thieves
big
has
one.
really shined has been
Bro, I don't know why it
disrupting
keeps doing
the
this.
actual hits, getting picks as people are
It
flooding
keeps,
in or
keeps
before they
wrecking
even
the
get
money
into the
somehow.
choke.
There we go. Look at it.
So maybe
Get it
try
bugging
to
out.
set up Cryo here in the same
right,
lane,
5
get him a
people that
deep
can't
line
buy
again
next.
so you can lean over towards that B side.
And it makes a lot of sense with what's going over towards A, that they want to get a little bit more aggro over towards A. Viper, oh,
Aggressive
what
hit
is
B
this?
right at the beginning of the
Viper,
round.
weird.
And they've got the trips and the cam to cover things.
Pretty cool that you can hide all the way back here, though.
This defensive wall that we're
You got
seeing out
info
from
trip
Bang
as well,
is
and they got a camera
a
which is
little
probably above
different.
it, spotting towards this.
We've seen
We got
KRU
the
do
trip
a
around here
slightly
because
different
most
variation
common
of it. It's a
call
bit
for when
more
people do a Viper
vertical,
roll
if you
is
will.
to just
That goes all
split
the way
over
into the
towards
A
B,
main.
like
Post
drone
this.
one,
I
4-person
guess this
shot.
is just to re-clear that early halls space on the split, potentially. Get a little backstab.
And then there is a little pocket if they do want to fight on the left side right here. So we'll see if that ends up being a factor. as
And
the
it's
round
kind of
goes
looking
on.
like the
Because it
fake
does seem like
A
they wanna
into
end
B
towards A.
again.
Kesnet with the op up top.
But this guy hears him
And it
run
seems like
away,
they're gonna
so
flip back B.
yeah.
They've got a trip they have to
Like
do.
Asuna
and the
literally
pick.
hears the running straight away, and this might be the double
not
fake.
really liking
And
anything they're
that's a
seeing.
nice call
They're
on
kinda
this though.
poking and
Big
prodding,
Jewel.
and nothing is going
Yeah.
their way, and it's just gotten worse.
I think the call from KRU here is really good.
Up until this moment.
They're gonna get out onto the side. Cryo with the op in hand has to try. To
Shot,
stay
man.
alive. Lands a second shot.
Second shot was way more
So
impressive.
sick.
It was that easy.
Yeah, EU and
felt like
Cryo
the
heads
D's
had
had
a
control of that
solid
round from
round.
beginning to end.
Really nice shots from all.
KRU got stuck in an in-between. The dart from Klaus was actually really good to spot out Asuna in that corner of A main, but they had nobody else there, so he was too scared to take any type of angle. And Cryo popped an op shot
Moosey
from
with the 16
backside of
months.
A.
Thank you so much for the
That's
tier
what
1, dude.
made
Appreciate the support.
KRU
Thank you, thank
so
you.
scared to actually commit to this A site. They know they would have had to worry about EU from halls. They would have had to run into an op from Cryo backside.
The wall, yeah,
and
kind of
then
just gave
Asuna
this
is
guy a
there
great angle,
also
right?
around that bricks area to have like a little trifecta crossfire. Early A main control
Yeah,
here
and
from KRU.
They're kind of fed up of going a little bit slow, it seems.
Just going for
Kesnet's out
anyone
here
he wants, doesn't really
dueling.
care that there's an op online. But clearly they know the opper's not on the A side of the map. What do they do with that?
Do they commit to it? It seems like they're wanting to spread things out just a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like they're just trying to find any type
The
of
drone
answer they
close, so
can.
it should check this
None of
corner.
these timings have been too good on
And then
this
he
map,
should
which
know that.
really
He should be
clears.
spamming this door. Okay.
It was EU in that nest area last round. Now he's controlling halls.
I have the spike.
And he's been here a couple of times this half. Often clearing with the drone. He's been punished here once. It's a couple of rounds ago. But he's found a ton of value here. And And it seems like he's going to be called on once more.
Ooh.
This time,
So risky.
overwhelmed. You're right, perhaps an ill-advised swing.
Yeah, and
They
Keznit with
pop
the
the
dash
door,
out and everyone
Cryo.
follows.
Filling in on the space. He has an op in hand. Bang is not far off. If Boostio and Asuna can hold things
Whoa.
back on their own, this should work just fine. 2 guns left for the
Hold
attack.
up.
30 seconds left.
Damn, there's so
2v2
many
here.
insta dinks
Cryo
right
with the
now.
op, the spike rotating
Yeah,
away.
this is a good call from Shy, and he's the only person with HP. And this guy definitely played his life pretty fast here.
Unwinnable position.
Don't know if he was worried about the fact that they were
Now they're
insta
left
running over
guessing, wait,
towards
where's
her.
the spike?
And he plants close, and does he insta run at them?
And the rotate starts to come deep.
The thing is Shy planted this bomb
Yeah,
on the right side.
This is it. He's planted
of
for
that
pretty much
Viper wall. So
everywhere.
if this wall comes up, Hunter Thieves don't need to really worry about the right side so much.
Like you would imagine,
wall
he
is
probably
up.
goes towards a main,
Can
and
Shy
then
pull
he's
this
like
off?
wrapping around
Down
behind
3
you,
rounds,
essentially.
in need of a spark,
The
in need
wall
of a miracle.
does
The
wreck him a
cam
bit.
tagging onto the first. Spam. He's patient with it. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't fire at all. Now the cam there again.
Shout out to Cryo, just out of the open, 36, 40 HP. Honestly, played it pretty well though.
I don't think he stopped on a dime like he should have. A small mechanical error. He played it so well up until that point. Had he actually stopped on a dime, he would have been fully accurate. Every shot would have connected there. A free kill.
The narrowest of margins deciding things. And again, heroic efforts to hold the site. Boostio and Asuna and Bang joined in on the fun a little bit later, but that hold was nuts.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's so scary.
Shy's gonna be beating himself up after that one if they drop this map.
That's so
That was good.
scary.
That was really good from Hunter Thieves though. Wall up.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Didn't
Is the
rush
only game
anything,
today?
didn't
Yeah.
Force the fight, didn't give one.
Only one.
Cryo with the op on this half has been crazy, man.
11 and 5. And Keznit, who dropped 20 in the first half on map 1, currently sitting at 4 and 10.
Yeah. It can be hard to entry on a map like this, especially against these setups. You dash in and it kind of feels like if you're lucky, you get one.
Yeah, but you've got the composition's built in a way to where you should have a little bit of room, right? You've got darts and you've got flashes cascading with it. You should, in theory, find a little bit of something. But yeah, I don't know if it's the utility combination from Crew is just not clicking or kind of what it is. But the truth of the matter is Keznit just struggled.
Sometimes even when he entries,
My worst take on an agent has been
surviving for as long as he can, and it's his teammates
maybe
that are actually
Astra at
gonna
the
pick off on
beginning.
these
We thought
weird
Astra was
angles
awful.
or spam that come in.
And then we got wrecked by Reykjavik. But that was
what
more
it
because
felt like
everyone
for
in
me when I
EU
would
was
play
awful with
against this
Astra.
Hunter
So
Thieves
that was probably like the
roster and the
most
composition
wrong
of how they
I've got
played
an
it.
agent.
Sometimes I couldn't even get out of the choke
But it
'cause
was
I would
kind
get
of
spammed by
down to everyone
Funnily
being
enough, the last
awful
time
with
we
it in
saw
EU.
Hunter Thieves play Breeze was against
And
you.
then we met
there you go.
Vanity and like
Last
saw
time
how
they won a
Zoms
set was
played it, and we were
against
like,
me.
okay,
Last time they won Breeze was against me.
agent's kind of sick.
Sorry,
Everyone
it was in
just
Americas. The last time
everyone
they
just
played
doesn't
it was at
understand it in
international,
Europe.
but Last time we saw it on domestic soil, it was against you.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo teeing off on Keznit again, getting the best of the Star Duelists on the other side of the stage.
Probably not.
That's exactly what he needed to do going into this as well.
Another big kill found. The Sheriff's not really finding any value for Crew, but 3 remain.
I just don't even know how he can trade that in time.
Yeah,
Like what?
that's tough. Weapon upgraded. Guardian online. The blades activated. Just 1 remaining. And they're hunting for him. Will the blades connect? Yes, they will. 4 for
Yeah,
Cryo and 8 for
he
Hunter
is
Thieves.
absolutely on one.
He had to step up big for his team, and that he's definitely done. Same with EU. The 2 initiators.
Putting the
from
blame on
last
someone
map.
else. I mean, yeah,
Go figure.
a little bit.
Who would have thought?
It was everyone else's fault that they sucked to Astra.
It's just jet things right now. Just jet things.
Again, this defense has been so formidable for Hunter Thieves, particularly these last couple of rounds where they've been dealing with a lot of the pressure and they've been able to navigate it well. Now, last round of the
Hey,
half.
last rounds,
Can they continue to keep them at bay?
and I
So
mean,
tough for Crew.
dude, it's meant to be
And
attack
every time they
sided,
think
so
they have a read on how Hunter Thieves is set up, it's a new setup. Or it's Cryo getting another first blood with the off.
Again.
it's weird because they had so much
This roster
success
has
over
been
towards
honed
A.
so heavily
Like literally just straight up A
outrageous
hits.
firepower has really kind of played this attack half with nothing
I
more
don't
than a
know.
whimper.
I feel like they could have just carried on doing that.
They've been battered. They've been beaten down.
Oh my gosh.
And it's primarily off the op from Cryo these last couple of rounds. The holds they've had on the sites have been outrageous.
Nice from him though to get out of there.
Such a good understanding of this defensive side.
A good reposition from him. He's gonna open and then descend it to A main.
Late flank from Cryo as well. Oh my gosh.
With a rifle now.
It's so beautiful.
Look at this contain. Mid pressure. Pressure from spawn on both sides.
Ooh, that's a big tag though.
Yeah, but do they expect this?
Cryo on the
Picked up a rifle
on
now.
the hunt, looking for a target. The first will be found. The second's on the train. Klaus in a 1v1 against Asuna. Spike ticking away. That's a little bit damaged out. How much more can he do though? As Asuna creeps forward.
A lovely reposition when he's aiming down onto water, man. Technically a 1v3, I feel like. That was solid.
Wow.
Bit of a hero play.
I thought Cryo was gonna secure the round win.
Me too.
Bad chat should be
On
tomorrow.
that flank, but Klaus
You
has
said you tried Rainer on Ascent
to
too.
say
Does that count as a
otherwise.
mistake? Nah, man. Scream farmed everyone.
Played that fight so well.
Yeah, he was in full control of that 1v3.
It was never,
Ops have
we
been
never,
big, and we're
it was
only
never
really gonna be able to
optimal,
find out in the
but
second half the
Rainer
importance
won
of
us
that
more
round.
games than
But
it
first,
lost us.
Before we get there, we're going to
so-
throw it down to Rib with a special fan of Boostios. Take a listen.
That's right, gentlemen. I am joined by Kelly, aka Boostios.
ISO? I still think ISO can work. ISO's pretty good on some
I
maps.
gotta ask you first
Again, the
question.
vulnerable is
What's it
so
like being
strong.
the mom of a champion?
Oh, you know, same old thing. He's a brat.
And you're a veteran to the arena. How many times you been here? You're always cheering.
I've been here maybe 4 times, but I also have traveled with Keldon in previous games, so.
All right. Okay, so looking at Boostio, this guy just exudes energy all the time. He's always hype. Was this always back to childhood too, when you're giving him peanut butter and jelly without crust? Was he going crazy?
First of all, he doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. How dare
okay,
you?
good note.
Second of all, yes, he is always energetic, getting everybody hyped. I don't know how to introvert, got an expert, but it is just a crime to watch sometimes. I'm like, ah!
Absolutely. And final question for you. Being here, seeing the signs, seeing people cheer for your son, just be fans of your son. What's that feel like?
It's over. We could do it without all you fans. The crew, 100 Thieves. You guys rock. I love you guys.
All right, the family buffs are out in force today. Thank you so much, Boostio's mom. We're going to get right back in the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Riv. It is a family affair here at VCT Americas, and I mean, when you've got that when you're rolling that deep in the crowd.
What
it always
agent would you
feels good.
replace ISO with? Like, you don't replace, you kind of make the whole comp around it, which is why it's not well.
I'm sure you experienced something similar in the past.
Yeah.
It doesn't slot in, man. It's not a slot in
Let me
agent.
compete at all. I mean, one of my first events ever, I had to go travel to
It's
China.
a solid
She's like,
one
"You're
and
not
done.
going." You're not going
map
without me.
agent.
That's for
Not
sure.
worth it, really.
Thank God my dad
But it
picked
still
that
can
one
win.
up for me. But yeah, I mean, it's stressful for them too, because they want to see us, do well and thrive. So I can't even imagine what it must be like watching that first map. But the swing of emotions that you get out of it when you see this map now, I mean, this feels like it's in the hands of 100 Thieves. It's their game to win.
Okay.
Can they put it over the
What
finish
have
line?
we
Up
got?
four.
100 Thieves on pistol, right?
We'll see
No.
what Crew can
Yeah,
do
yeah,
if
they
they
did.
could win this pistol. We've got some.
And
hell of a
okay,
start.
let's keep an eye.
This
Kesnet
mid
5 to
aggression is
12
just
coming into
crazy.
this half.
And they knew that was the plan from the beginning.
I mean, that's the El Clasico baby bay right there. Solo jumping up on the mid pillar. I used to love to do that play, so.
Oh, now
Thieves, they haven't played it. They haven't played me in a while, so I don't blame them for going down to that.
well, now they reset a little bit here. Crew, oh my goodness, they're gonna get another. Klaus and Kesnet both up
Yeah,
mid.
kinda
They
know.
Bang is at
Kinda
least
know with
somewhere
this
on the
wall.
left side of that wall.
Oh man.
No, I did. These guys walked
This
over
has
towards
been
B though.
Surgical. They get the
Shy.
kill mid, they
He
reposition,
heard that, right?
they
Yeah,
roll
he
it
did.
through
Look at him all
spawn, and now
moving.
Shy's gonna get another.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just been so methodical.
It's a good bait.
Can EU hold them back? Can Cryo hold them back?
Oh.
It's all onto the Sova now. Spotting the first, and he just buys time. He knows his teammates are swarming. They're taking space. They're filling in behind it. This would be ridiculous.
So
if it
many
weren't
sheriffs
Crew.
in.
Crew get the pistol.
100 Thieves are getting caught lacking in these moments.
1-1 again for the
Kesnet
pistols.
gets
We
the
like that.
first blood. they think that he's going to reset and reposition somewhere else. But the fact of the matter is he's going for more right after, but not instantly. And that's the key difference. He waits a little bit to where 100 Thieves might think that he's backing up into a passive angle, a passive hold. Maybe they're just going to play retake, but then he doubles up with a teammate, and in the mid round, they reaggress something again.
It was perfect. They struck at just the right time.
Total disruption.
Yeah. Yep. There's that wall we were talking about in the previous half from KRU. A bit more vertical. It covers the switch, it covers mid, and it gives you a little bit of an angle into A main. Where you
He's hungry for the ecos. He's going back for more, gets another dash. Oh, pop your dash.
Nice trade out, though.
A good answer back. If he can get this one as well and gets heat, this could be an opening in the round. Oh, that was the time to strike.
Close. Yep, no dash now. You've got to jump back out.
Okay,
And was there to help.
and juggle of guns, and I don't think that's going to be able to change anything, so they do lose a gun here.
They did lose, I think, a Bulldog.
Yeah.
So they have, what, 2 Guardians? Yeah, 2 Guardians. They're investing into this, man.
And you set it up perfectly. We have to talk about this AWOL that KRU like to do. They condition this. And what they do is they want to use it to re-clear space. But further in the half, they actually know a way to put that wall that will have a gap in the actual A main. So when they put it up, they can actually see deep into that A main area.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. For now, the wall B. But aggression mid once more. A flash over the top.
We
For
get
Kesnet to have the line, and
Oh, he went for the same shot as the pistol.
Yeah, you can't fall for that one twice.
Yeah, come
That's
on,
for
my
sure.
guy. You gotta have another
KRU
trick.
still have mid control though. What do they do with it? Oh, jump spot from Elser, a little damage dealt. 100 Thieves slowing this round down.
Yeah, they're so good in these moments, especially on Breeze, where they just slow the round down. They just hold. I mean, for a whole year, when they rebuilt this team from the ground up, before VCT was even a thing, their main focus was playing against FaZe as scrim partners, and I would go for aggressive plays all the time on the defensive side. So this should be nothing new for at least Asuna and Bang.
I love how they're playing this too. Bang hasn't.
Yeah, KRU go a little bit proactive, and looks like they're going to gamble over towards B.
And the silence is
I mean, they kind of have a cam though.
Rotate B. So like 2 ships passing in the night, they're going to rotate around each other. Now, A becomes the focus.
30 seconds left.
This was a beautiful call from Boostio.
Yeah.
But can they finish it? Can they convert?
Standing ahead.
No ults really to speak of for the defense. And again, they have, I mean, they
Bro,
have some
look at the
weaponry for
positions
this.
of 100 Thieves.
This is not nothing.
How do you lose this
You have
one?
a double lurk right now. Boostie's gonna tap this door. There's so many angles KRU have to look at right now.
And so many angles for Boostio to have to clear too, but as the gunfire erupts, it goes the way of 100 Thieves. Melser in a 1v3, there's no way he pulls that off.
Two side, one main, one here.
Beautifully
Like
played.
they had everywhere. One over
100
towards
Thieves
middle as well.
understood that KRU are gonna get proactive on the defensive side. They punish Kesnet early
all right,
on.
this
They
is the big
hold
round.
for any other type of re-aggression
Big
that
one.
may come their way, and then all they have to do is group up, use their utility to take the site, set up for a good post plant.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a clean shot.
Yeah, he read that. He knew.
And on the actual retake of KRU, you saw 2 different layers there. People in sight were there just to be a distraction. EU was flanking mid and Boostio at the same time from halls.
Big buy rounds.
Double
100
flank
Thieves just
setup.
want to
Yep.
send it over towards B.
The wall again
Goes out.
with the knife. A main and Kesnet holding a line,
Shock
but
for the
everybody from
trip.
100 Thieves is B. They're
Age
gonna try
on
to
the
go faster.
right.
EU has his ult, instantly triggered.
Then all on
a
the
little
left.
bit
Oh,
further off, but not
nice,
far off
dude.
enough. It's
How
chaos
on
on the
earth?
side. Shine Melser able to
How on
navigate
earth
the
did
chaos
Shy get one
beautifully.
there?
They get a couple kills, but Asuna punching back.
Yeah, and good luck to
3v3, now
Miles,
the
and Nate
rotations
forces
from
him
KRU
out.
starting to arrive.
And no swing.
First heat,
Wait, what? This
then
didn't make much
Kesnet.
sense.
But Melser by
Nate
himself
forced him
on
out,
the
jumped
site,
up there, but then
trying
didn't
to
look
dance
down.
around, trying to stay
The way you would
alive.
force him out to.
And again, win conditions, Doug.
One enemy remaining.
The win condition right now is Bang. Can he pull it off? No. KRU with respond.
Dude.
Yeah, I didn't like what I saw on site there.
KRU
Holy.
have impressed me in these scrappy rounds.
I mean,
when
I thought Shy
all
again.
noise
I don't
cuts,
know how he managed to get a kill
and they
here, really.
understand heat in that
Did
moment
it trip?
is literally.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I don't know
honestly.
if he's screaming in the mic, but he's like, guys.
I thought he got it
I'll win
as
the
he was
round
getting
for us.
word.
I have the perfect timing on the flank, and that's ultimately what ended up being the W for KRU into this.
Yeah, and
Kesnet with
that
Blaze.
was the big round, and we have
And just the
a
rifle for Cryo.
gun
on
that
21
can
and
potentially
10
get
right
a
now.
kill that can be nice, that can throw over. So 100 Thieves in terms of the
Crazy numbers, and
actual
they're up
buy
to
here, this could
Dodge traded,
snowball a little bit
Austin attack.
if
Oh, he's here alone. with
Cryo
bombs
gets an
as well.
over kill.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Jesus.
He's still jump spotting too. That's crazy. Kesnet just had to dash back. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves are trying to feel out the rest of the map. and
Yeah,
try
now
finding
everyone's
some
free
space
to do what
mid.
they want for
That was the
100 Thieves.
You've got Bang close by. It's just a sheriff, though. I mean, he's got to be ready for it. He is. Is he ready for Asuna too?
Bro, look at this pre-aim, man. He's
That was
great.
a perfect peek.
Yeah,
About
it
as
was
clean as it
literally
gets.
Oh my
just
gosh.
peeked on his head.
And so this round should go in favor of Crew, barring an absolute miracle from EU. And yeah, those are 2 kills, but there's still plenty to go. And with 20 HP.
Still though, the damage actually does make a
Meltzer
difference.
gets his 3rd. Crew bring the gap to 1.
If you lose focus, you die.
This is another really important round. And I wonder what he can do in this round. If he's going to try to get aggro A main, maybe try to farm that orb off of aggression.
One enemy
Yeah, we'll see what he does here.
Dude, that second kill in mid
was clean.
That was so precise.
Yeah.
The timing on when he stopped. the
Correct me if I'm
crosshair
wrong,
positioning,
wasn't it
everything
me,
was
wasn't it
so
Sliggy
snappy.
who encouraged
they're
Scream
gonna
to
challenge
IGL? Bro,
Kesnet
I encouraged
It's a pop
anyone
flash for him.
on the team to
Heavy
be an
Renee,
IGL.
blades online.
Please, someone,
Both
anyone.
used. There are the Jets.
Yeah, it's
the
all my
fight
fault.
We've been looking for this entire time. And the flash missing the mark. All that build up just for them to back up. That's crazy.
Everyone was blind.
But hopefully that means we get a second round at this.
Yo, uh-oh.
Because they're both still around. Bang has
Wait,
found a little bit
no
of
one's
space. He's
looking for
aggressive in
okay.
this mid lane.
I was gonna say no one's really looking for this.
Talking about. The flash out, Bang behind enemy line.
Yeah, dude, what is going on with Crew in this round?
No charges left.
But Cryo has found space.
All goes down.
That
Does
ult's
Cryo
gonna
manage to
complicate
pick up a
things
gun or?
just a little bit.
But they're just gonna want to wait out the KO for this.
Melzer hasn't moved an inch this entire round.
Well, I love this for 100 Thieves too. Knowing that they're trying to deal with this ult from Heat, they just freeze, wait it out, and now they can reaggress. Now they can take some of the space, but they don't have the spike in hand. They want to take this fight before they decide to go.
Cryo has no knives again. That dagger.
Yeah, he can't.
They've got him surrounded now. No real
He gets
exit.
knives
And the defense
back
hold
now.
Up. They're trying to turn these flashes and take these fights. EU in a 1v2, and he cannot convert.
Shy is so impressive
You
recently.
gotta feel for Cryo here, but he is doing such a good job of targeting him.
Yeah.
I mean, he shut him down.
Yeah, honestly, the KO util was just non-stop, and then he finally got his knives out and missed someone next to him dueling.
Required in the round, and then he waits on the dagger to make sure that Cryo can't do anything. The guy didn't have a gun the entire round.
Spike down A.
Big heroic moment from Bang. But you're right, it was Heat who was just the thorn in the flesh. That shot was filthy.
I was wondering how Melzer got that kill from mid-door.
That was nuts.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It was a good play from 100 Thieves to just cut noise there and let it cook. Maybe
wait
a
out the
rotate.
ult.
Maybe a rotate comes to the other side.
Sure.
The thing is Shy was still alive with double trips onto that site, so not much needed to be done there.
And I think they had no real way to exit. They had no way to really get out, so they were just kind of stuck, and they were left to the devices of the knife and the ult and everything else that Crew could throw their way. 5 rounds of the last 6. The lead that 100 Thieves had, it's gone now. It was an 8-4 half, and the snowball goes the way of Crew.
It's the duality of Jet right now.
Yeah.
It can be really easy to play on defense sometimes, especially when you get that up. But on the attack, man, it's so hard to get entries. I mean, you saw it in that round. Cryo couldn't do anything.
Yeah, he had a tough time.
And he was looking. He was actively
Yeah, it was a
looking for
good
fights too, even
timeout,
when he was
but
backside with no knives.
at 9-10,
Nothing was being given to him.
money's. I mean, honestly, the money's still pretty
seemed
low
like
here.
split was inevitable, but all of a
I
sudden
thought
we
Crew's
find
money would be
ourselves in
way
a
better than
dogfight.
this.
For Breeze.
Knife goes over
we go
towards
again.
A,
Kesnet's gonna do
but
his
he's
classic
just on the outside of it.
A
Knife
main
goes over
nuclear.
towards B, it doesn't hit
Probably just off
anything,
of
so
the
they
limb for the
probably
timing.
think they're
Maybe
over
a
towards
flash
A
from
main
me,
at the moment.
but no one's there.
It's gonna highlight this.
So once he gets
if
this info,
he had
the lead will
another
come
flash,
heavy
I feel
into
like,
B,
oh, okay,
and maybe
Kesnet's
an
just
early
sending
molly
it.
here from Melzer.
It's got to be fast. They've got the
Bro,
script to buy some
the
time.
confidence of this has just won them the round. He dry peeks over towards A when honestly, like, if you looked at the Utah that went down, it's most likely they were over towards A. Discovers no one here, so they can 3-person stack. It means that all of this can go down like that. Oh.
3 kills found. But still, they
Gotta keep an eye on Kesnet, though.
Still, they're up top. Kesnet's on the flank. It's going to be so difficult to get through that with the pit in his face.
Oh, the pit.
Oh, wait a second, though.
Is there going to be enough room?
This guy's getting tunnel vision. Yeah.
EU drops heat. Kesnet's left alone.
Bro, what a round from Cryo on site. How did Cryo get both back of sight here?
They may have heard that.
Impressive.
Austin is watching. Spotted now.
All he needs to get right now is just damage. Get as many kills as you can. Get the guns out. As I say that, the sooner takes him down.
That's tough in 1v3 with the pit, and I mean, so many angles that he'd have to clear.
Cryo actually went huge there. He was the first to dash it, and yeah, his teammates got taken out, but while that was all happening, while Melzer had that nice timing right here, Cryo
Really show me the guy on
ended up
site.
getting 2 kills back site. And that allowed the res to
Recon.
come through and give the numbers advantage to 100 Thieves. That's a big round to win. They needed to get something on the board.
Desperately.
3 people there and no one shot the recon?
The second half has not been kind to 100 Thieves. But I guess it really is all about how you finish.
Oh,
if they
that's
can pull
nice
this
info.
off.
4 players hit with that dagger.
Yeah, and with that, this guy takes instant.
No wall up though.
Instant
inside
control
of
over
KRU.
towards short.
And that will ultimately allow 100 Thieves to walk back
KRU
into this space.
force into the
Also,
round.
as a Judge.
Oh.
Kesnet's popped his blades. Remember, they've been pretty aggressive in trying to hold the line in A main every round except for this one, it seems like.
Nice.
When 100 Thieves
Just waiting for, just checking if there's gonna be some kind of flash play on this.
Tons of
So
crew
question mark
members shifting
created.
into random
Obviously,
spots.
crew will see now that
They're
this
really
orb's been
distraught.
taken. The
It's
ult
almost
is
like they're
online.
gambling where they think 100
And
Thieves are gonna go.
does
in these moments.
the
they're
push from
starved
Shy
for info.
after the
Yeah.
knife hit pay off? And does 100
Shy
Thieves
should be
expect
first
this,
contact
knowing
here, though.
that the knife hit
A
full?
lot of teams like to clear this. A cam will do it.
And Shy has to get out. Manages to do so. Trip's still up. The knife not tagging him, but he gets over the trip. There's Meltzer with the judge.
Good trade.
EU investing his ult. Not able to get anything. The spam. Ooh.
Wait, Flash maybe saves
Bang,
it for a
dealing
little
with some
bit.
of the trouble. Flash
So
in
if
the
the ult
face, so
goes
it's the
back,
second
that's
ult to trade it.
lovely
Austin
on
down,
this.
the
And
spike
do they
joining him.
expect Boostio
Bang
close?
has to scoop that thing up. Can Boosty find enough space for him? Heat falls. Shy playing around the wall. The barrel
God.
betrays him. Kesnet's
Oh my
still in
God.
blades. Nothing is landing.
No time, you would think.
Can EU pull this off on his own? The spike so far away. He's got to get this kill.
Yeah.
He can't. Klaus with 3 and we're tied
They win
again.
one, they lose one. Money
This
is
is such a
crazy
close
low.
game.
Do they try force into it? There's 2 people that are at 2k. I don't think they can. I think they could accept it.
For 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they just gotta accept it.
Crew need
Sheriffs.
this round. If they
Man, that
lose
Sova
this,
ult was big as
not
well.
only are they going to be broke, but 100 Thieves economy will be good for the rest of the game.
And there isn't much left. But you're right. That's smooth sailing, or at least as close to that as you can possibly get. It's really impressive how crew have stayed in this fight. We would expect Kesnet to be popping off, to be, you know, doing his thing, and that'd be the reason why they've been able to pull off his ferocious comeback.
2 people tube.
But it hasn't been him.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
that's a
actually been
nice
whipping
early
quite a
drone.
bit.
Yeah, meanwhile, Klaus has been popping off. Meltzer's had big
Great.
moments.
Oh man, there's so much info.
What?
Spam on top of it as well.
Cryo trying to push the pace at mid, finds
Shy
Klaus.
should have the kill. Ooh. Hold up.
That flash is
Wait, that
pretty.
flash was lovely. Yeah, he actually
Kesnet has
ate it,
to
the
go
other
huge
guy.
here.
But how?
I don't know. It looks like he's almost scared to take some of these fights.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
'cause he
blame him
thinks
at this
they're
point. He knows
everywhere.
He's outnumbered, but if Shy can find the timing, this would be huge. He's gone away and detected. I don't think I've spotted him, but now they
What
know
a
where he is, and
weird,
that
weird
pesky
round. The
wall goes
defensive
up.
wall means that he
Talked
can
about
push
so many
aggro
times,
though.
The fight Kesnet was scared to take now comes through. On the swing. Oh my
Good
goodness.
shot.
2s now. Spike still in play. EU dodging the flash, expecting the swing. It's cold now as Cryo gets his 3rd. He has to pull this off on his own. He's gotten it down to 1. Time is short. 5 HP. Can he land the shots onto EU? A jumping.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, it's a
Yeah,
classic
he
that
went
wins
for it.
out.
Money now. Dude, money
takes the lead
gets
back.
reversed.
Cryo and EU again.
Dude, Cryo. Yeah, these two, by the way, have been
I
fragging
said
so
Crew needed
heavy.
to win that round. Look at the economy.
Got a
100
eco.
Thieves
Fully.
have a bye for probably the rest of the game now. Oh my
That was
goodness.
ridiculous. Kaznet played his positioning so well on the site.
Oh, that was such a sick shot from
I mean, that was the
That was
round.
great until you showed up. Now,
33.
honestly, I respect the play. Time is short. You know you've got to take the fight. You've seen there's likely a classic waiting for you on the other side because you had already tried doing the same.
Slimmest of margins there.
And a timeout called just to build a little extra suspense.
Crew can't really invest much into this round, but as I say that, I see that Heat has a Guardian and light armor, $200 to his name. I think they're gonna buy into this. They're gonna try to catch 100
They're
Thieves
gonna
off
buy?
guard.
Aren't
And
two
this
of
is
them?
exactly
Aren't two of
what they
them
need to do.
literally
They're
sitting at
playing to win.
2,400?
Crew understands that if they give this for free, I mean, you're playing for a
Nah,
tie.
okay, they're low buy, but one is
It looks like they still
one
will.
hero
They still will
gun.
be paying for the tie. I thought they were gonna go for the full gamble.
And why do I
mean,
feel like Shy is gonna
100
drop
Thieves basically
Kesnet?
just did a thrifty
round.
buy onto Crew and won it. So maybe Crew can answer back.
Oh, bro, what's going on here? This
How
keep
will
happening.
this play out?
Early A main control. This time, no one getting a kill. And the double hold from 100 Thieves. Waiting for Kesnet to re-swing that A main. Waiting for the punish. That's that standard default that we've seen time and time again on this map. That wall going up, denying info. Now, 100 Thieves are going to have to either use utility to clear
Yeah,
close
no,
A main
100
if
Thieves
they
are like,
wanna
well,
go
they're probably
back,
gonna get
or they're gonna
aggro
contact in.
somewhere at some point. They are right.
Things in
When did the smoke go
dangerous
down?
spot here. Yep.
Oh,
He got the
okay,
kill.
he managed to get the kill. Gun
also got a
down.
kill in halls.
Good
As it
situation.
all was happening. And this is what I'm talking about. These extra couple steps that 100 Thieves need to do to clear that
Three
A main,
people
because
on
that wall
site, and they have
allows
the
Crew
gun
time
here
to
with a
get all the
recon.
way into sight.
The thing is, Crew aren't in a position to be able to upgrade the weapon.
Great flash.
Just gorgeous. The timing is so good.
And he.
But he keeps him in this. Can
Whoa!
shot pull it?
Whoa!
Oh my God!
No way! The lineup. Oh my God.
Shy just snatches the round back.
He's been great, man. Impact. He did insane to get the kills as well.
That was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. When he's taking the jewel, I thought he was just fully dead here. Can't believe they lined up together.
Such a risky hold there from Bang.
This kill was
But
great.
it was the
This one.
Sheriffs, it was Heat, and then this. No way.
Doug, I looked over at Boostio's face. He was adjusting his monitor. He even couldn't believe what just happened. I was like, did I see that correctly?
Remember, this was an 8-4 first
Yeah,
half
now
in
they get a
favor of
hero
100
gun
Thieves.
back. We're at
Split seemed
11-11.
likely. And now we're wondering if we're even going to get Coty.
Whoa, they did this last time. Yeah, distraction over towards Tube. Yeah, that was sick. They keep doing this.
Doug, after all this Hall's control, dashed into Nest.
Oh my goodness, Cryo's everywhere. He's just running at them. This guy's dead, man, right?
Melser has to take a step back. Both Vipers are in the pit.
Oh.
And Cryo's still on the hunt.
He went for the right-click distraction. Bro, this whole round is just distraction. Like, look over here, and then someone else makes a play. What is going on?
There's a battered 100 Thieves on the other side.
That's a
Austin
kill.
is so weak, but it might not matter. Kesnet in a 1v3. Remember, one of them, 36 HP. And that's going to be the first to take the swing. The crosshair steady, but the bullet does not land. Kesnet on the reposition as he slows down the round, realizing he's going to have to make a big play. If he can pull this off, it would be everything. It's all just a bait. The first will fall, slow things down.
Hey, yeah, just as he's falling off here.
Cryo with 3.
What are these? 350s at the end.
The composure that 100 Thieves just showed us To put
This is a
Cryo
sick strat
over
though.
30
I like
kills
this strat a
was
lot.
insane. The way that they
Does
lost
this
that
Cypher? Where is the
previous
Cypher
round,
when this is going on? Do they not see him on the camera, or is he like dashing heavy past it so the comms can't come in fast enough?
Where they're just running down halls, creating this big distraction while Cryo runs all the way up mid, and he commits his dash into Nest, and that's what catches out Klaus.
Okay, yeah. So he commits his dash so that the comms come in as the guy's literally dueling you at window.
He's not ready for that.
And even that like 1v1
It's a really
at the
cool
end
round.
there, it's
Okay,
so
one
hard
chance to
control
finish
because you have
this,
weapon
and dude, look
inaccuracy
at this
when you're
fight.
going over
But
that little
I mean, we've
bridge
seen
between
mad
the
things.
pillars, so it's not like it was a clean fight. Either way,
That was crazy.
the buy for Crew not great.
And they're picking the right site again.
Tackle, defense Cypher, the defense Cypher. The camera should spot, right?
EU's one away from his.
Like this camera.
Got a lot of-
But if he's
they've got a lot of
dashing,
options here.
then it doesn't even matter.
Just enough to buy some time,
You
maybe.
see him, but he's already getting
A
kills.
tap of the spike, not committing to the plant yet. Boost
Okay,
finding the
it's a
space
nice
on
start
E.
on this one.
And that was one of the better weapons that were down. 100 Thieves.
Okay, solid.
It's just Melser.
Yeah, and he's
it's
got the
just
worst
Melser
gun
with the
possible.
stinger. Now the spike planted. He's stuck on the other side of the wall, and now Melser realizing that everything
that
is
might
falling
kill.
apart. Maybe a kill onto
Not
you with
even.
the spit, but it doesn't even connect. They've gotten his position. They know it's all over now.
Okay, it's delivering, man. It's delivering. We get split
Barren
next.
soil. Split is on the cards.
That was such a sick map out of both teams. I mean, at the end there, round after round after round.
Yeah, the last 4 rounds were all over the place. It's kind of sick to watch.
100 Thieves pulled it out at the end there.
Cryo dropped 33.
Dude.
What a performance. And again, EU right behind him. A guy who we talked about a couple of times throughout the series for not getting his due is unreal for 100 Thieves right now.
I'm telling you, that round that put 100 Thieves on 12 on match point was so sick.
Yeah,
Especially
the distraction,
after what they had
dash.
to battle through.
Yeah.
I mean, getting 1v2'd by
That won
Shot
twice.
with
I
a
think that
deep-
won them
with a
around
Sheriff.
twice, to be
And the way
honest.
that it happened, the collat, they lined up to just insta run up mid, that drawn up play at the perfect timing.
It could not have been any better. We're going to take a quick break, but Split, as we mentioned, is on the other side of this. If Breeze is any indication of what we just saw, you're not going to want to miss it. Don't go anywhere.
All right, solid. We'll be back in a little bit. Crew on Split. I don't remember what they look like. So remember 100 Thieves looking alright at this map. Not too bad at all. Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic.
And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings. Derek's going to run him down with the rifle in his hand. Superman still there. Adjustment of Shy.
Oh, he's going to run into the trip.
No way!
You know, just when you thought Crew might have this wrapped up in map 2, 100 Thieves is like, no, we got your number. No, we pushing this to map 3. This is insane. And I mean, like, that wasn't that close of a map. I mean, they were going back and forth, right?
It gets down to it, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets down to its real close game at the end there. I'm very excited about the fact that 100 Thieves actually won that because map 3.
Oh, there you go.
Good look, shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the fact that 100 Thieves are actually able to close that out because now we get to be able to see the entirety of the field for both teams. And yeah, it's a good map. It's a good game.
For sure. The map losses for Crew have been few and far between. Matter of fact, they've only lost one map up until this point in this stage. And we were talking about it on the desk before the game started with 100 Thieves starting on defense. If they could win the pistol round, get the economy going, get the op into Cryo's hands, he can pop off. And that's exactly what happened. When he's opping on defense, his success rate at holding an angle and just clicking on the guy that walks into it is incredible. I mean, he is so mega consistent in those situations. And yeah, right here, you can see the duelist head-to-head. I mean, Kesnet was fantastic on map 1, but Cryo just stealing the show.
And Akeem, I really hope that this doesn't come down to this same conversation at the end of map 3 because we're going to a Raze map next on Split. And we saw Asuna on Raze on the first one and how Kesnet, the difference that we had from Sunset, where he's breaking records in the first half, to this map there, that is crazy, I think, in terms of the performance from Kesnet there and how actually it feels like today more than ever Kesnet has had to be that guy again for Crew like he was last year rather than the entire unit being kind of cohesive.
Yeah, for sure. Heading into Split, though, the last time 100 Thieves played that, it was against G2, I believe, and Asuna popped off in that game. He did really well on Split. So we'll see if he can do that again. I feel like Asuna, for the longest time right now, at least this year, it's like every series, he gives you one crazy pop-off map. He'll give you one sick
just in
map.
flow state for one map.
Yeah, every single time. And so maybe it'll be the third map here to meet his quota because so far, to be fair though, he was good on
When am I going to do pick'ems? I'll do them tomorrow and then post them.
There were
post them in the day tomorrow as well.
The flash was actually like the critical element in the round to get the impact kill that allowed them to win it out. So definitely credit for the supportive play, but now he's got to step it up on the duelist to match. Probably, I mean, you know, one of the best duelists in the league right now. I was about to say the best, then I forgot Osboss existed, but definitely
you forget?
Top 2 right now.
Watch out tomorrow.
I would probably agree.
Looking like me, Bren, Mimi,
something that I've been thinking about, especially with Crew as this goes through, is how he has been performing through the regular
EMEA
season
and
too.
Americas.
He has been up there, all right, with the likes of them.
That's
He's not playing duelist,
like
but in this game in particular, I don't think he's
seen
been
the
there.
format for
On
playoffs?
Sunset, maybe a little bit, but Breeze, I feel like there were some key
We've known
mistakes
about that for a
from
while,
Heat
though,
in
right?
that moments that I think allowed 100 Thieves to quell the comeback that Crew was trying to make.
Yeah, and as you can see, everyone, we are headed to Split.
Do I enjoy doing plat chat? Yeah, it's nice to do. When I watch every single game, it's nice to be able to talk about it.
We're going to see a lot of popping off happening on this map, but
yeah, it's nice.
Who do we think is going to take it, though?
Listen,
also helps me get like a better understanding because what I end up doing is I end up like before it starts, I end up actually like
really good against G2,
thinking more about all the regions and actually writing down some notes just so I have like rough
lost
ideas of just like a reminder of how the teams actually looked.
That side for them was amazing.
I think it's getting better for me to get a good gauge of teams as well. Kiri X, thank you so much, man. 41 subs all together, 5 right now. Chat, you know what to do. Get that slug oiler going. Get the spam going. But Kiri, thank you so much, man. Good to see you, bro.
That strong entry force and the late round
let me tell you why.
That'll be lethal.
Kesnet will step it up.
And I agree. and I think he will.
I also agree with the Shy comment as well. That guy is so
way more comfy.
Good.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see him anchor down some sights on this.
Way better
I love
than
what you were saying
I mean, it's just
earlier,
reps,
like while we were watching map 2, like, we were just talking about how disciplined Shy is and how disciplined he's been throughout stage 1. And I mean, he's just continuing to show just
Yeah, I
how
think I
amazing
repeat
he
a
is.
lot of stuff that I do
I'm
on
also
Flat Chat in
on the
my,
Thief side. I'm
from
definitely
my
going to be paying
streams, but I also
attention
think
to
that's
Cryo
okay,
here when the
really.
side hits
It's
are
just,
coming in. He always
like, my
is,
opinions
for the
at the
most part,
time,
90%
just
of the time, he's anchoring
down on a
B.
YouTube video,
And when
really.
they've struggled on defense, it's because he's been forward and he's getting caught on that Aster. He doesn't have the TP if he's an Omen to take a fight and get out, that kind of thing, right? And I think if he's getting caught out there by Kesnit's kind of explosive entering, that could be a problem.
Yeah, honestly, this is our only match of the day, so I'm glad this is going as to map 3. That's map 3, everybody. Can KRU go 5-0 and lock in that first seed? Or will 100 Thieves steal the dub? One last time, here's Doug and Baby Bay with the call.
Wait, which one, Matix?
Thank you so much, Geek Heavy. A banger on a Monday, and we wouldn't have it any other way. For this to settle on split, given that we've just seen 100 Thieves navigate 2 maps they hadn't played all year, is just wild. And the way they did it is just so impressive.
That Breeze was crazy. It was just an insane battle of ecos, man. It was just as soon as one team gets some type of momentum, the other team comes in, destroys them, and it was just a non-stop battle back and forth. Now, going into this map, 100 Thieves, I feel like Asuna and EU are the bread and butter to this composition that they play. And the way that they lock down the A site especially really impressed me the last time they played. That being said, I haven't seen too many good things out of the get-go from Boostio, but they've had more time to
100 Thieves on
cook in
defense,
here,
KRU on attack, last map of the
maybe
day.
even counter some of the stuff that
And
KRU likes to do.
double duel over towards Heaven. They at least get the trade out for it. And we are sending it to site, and Boostio has wingman. And we have a fade eye.
He was on the first.
Resist a Teva, that's a straight up Teva. Dude, that would have been devastating. That Teva would have hit 4.
So far, Boostio getting the best of him, but Asuna did fall.
Sun's going up.
It's all death ball on A right now. A ramp control taken, but there is 3 players of 100 Thieves right here.
Yeah, EU's holding on to it, dude. EU really doesn't want to go down, man. It's all about the Teva. And let's see what the timing's like for the Teva here. Teva goes in, everyone goes to Jewel if it doesn't hit any. And keep an eye on spawn. Big Jewel.
It's kind of a miracle.
That should be the
on a
round.
late flank. There's going to be a trip keeping him back.
Heat has 1 flash.
But Melser and Heat have some space. The remaining members of 100 Thieves are weak. A 2v2 now. Bang, 91 HP. Still has some armor to his name.
Oh,
the first on to Bang. What a shot.
They just 2v4.
And at this point, given the timing, they've got to kind of understand there's a very good chance that Cryo's on the flank. But the smoke up towards Heaven. Cryo looking for the space. Looking to make a play and take a face if he can find one.
Oh, now KRU are going to double up after this flash.
As they should.
Huge 2v4.
On the round as KRU get the pistol.
Well,
I gotta say,
maybe they should have chilled out and waited for the push behind.
Way through, especially after the trades happened on the A side. It was what, a 4v3?
2v4. 2v4 this situation. That doesn't need to happen.
You don't need to do anything, just hold.
Yeah,
wait for
just
the
wait.
flank to come in, secure the round win. That's things that
messed up
100
him.
Thieves were doing really well on in the previous map. So just a little bit too antsy, jumping the gun
We're
there.
stuck in a loop.
And if you do that to a team like
Okay,
KRU,
we get 1
they're
sheriff
gonna take
out.
advantage of it. I mean, we're playing at a really high level here. We saw how close that last map was.
4 rifles for the attack side. Boostio farming the orb, getting a little bit closer to having Thrash on mine.
Doesn't matter what map
Well,
it is.
Cryo's dead, and that was fast.
That was snappy.
The last time Cryo played this
take
map,
much.
he
Just the
kind of
pixel.
saved 100 Thieves a little bit. He was the one that made it look convincing because he was just getting 3Ks every time people went over towards B. And he liked to play very close.
Angles in
Yeah.
the B main.
Very, very close. So they'll definitely look into that.
Back into garage.
Don't really see
From
Astros
there,
play it like he did.
Try to hold the space. I think we're going to see a lot of that as the half goes on, but for now, 100 Thieves likely just trying to... it seems like they're likely just going to try to die to the spike, surely.
Yeah, much like the Sunset game we witnessed.
Yeah. So this gives us a little bit of time. I want to get your thoughts on, particularly, you know, the Omen versus Ash just fine, but I want to get your thoughts on the Fate, because that's not something we see super
trying to
often.
set Kez
I
now.
honestly think it's more of a
3 away from his ult. Oh, excuse me. 3 away from his
played this fade on M80 for I think like the entire year. I don't even remember the last time it was I saw him playing Sky on this map. So he's always favored it. It seems like he's really comfortable on the character. And in general, 100 Thieves has played comps with the fade before as well. I think that I recall like a Fade Breach comp at some point, and they have a lot of good trap
Same to
plays.
his Baby
with
Bay there,
EU and
yeah,
Asuna,
it's
and that's
nuts.
why I called them out as a
Talking about the
duo
same thing.
in the beginning of this map, is because a lot of their success the last time they played it was based off of Asuna and EU locking down that A site.
Yeah.
Now, guaranteed, that was against a completely different team, and it
Sure.
might not be the strats they want to go with against, you know, KRU, but still, it still has really good synergy together. Yeah, it's hard to get tether nade kills, but it's beyond that.
KRU, because of the way they managed the previous round, have 5 rifles in this one. Light armor on 2 members. This is, again, for all intents and purposes, a gun round.
That's what I was talking about with Cryo playing those close angles in B main. This time he understands. Maybe I should back up a little bit. Especially with Shy throwing that lurk smoke in the show.
And I like this camera that they do. That you have to go
we've
like
talked so much
wide
about
to
how
shoot
KRU
it.
like to approach the attack
Actually
rounds
see
and
it
how they like
because
to
of
4-1 a lot. It'll
I'd
be
choke
interesting
up
to see
again.
where the 1 goes here, given that Split tends to play so much around this area of the map that you see on your screen.
Yeah.
How they decide to navigate it.
The cool thing about playing this basically double senti
And they
comp, you know,
don't
with the Viper and the
get
Cypher,
any
right, is that you
vision,
can
so this
actually
is a
lurk on
solid
both
question mark
extremities
right over
as
towards
you
Vents.
have the main pack working to take space. So there's always options when you do a 1-3-1
Brute.
to lean back any type of site.
Or pass the middle.
Shy making contact here with Boostio and A. And that's ultimately going to have EU have to back up because they're aware of the vent.
A deep smoke. Does he try to play ahead of it? He has some util.
30 seconds.
30 Nicely done. They
Gotta
draw
make
at
a
the side
decision
and
on
they
this one.
rotate
It's not
away
looking
from
too
it.
convincing.
Shy's
They
actually
choose
so
the side with
aggressive on
3
this lurk.
people, and you would
Asuna's tucked in
imagine.
hell. Do they
Did
clear him?
Asuna just
The
cleans
flash
up?
isn't for him. Asuna's gonna get damage done.
Whoa.
Holy smokes!
Well, at least the distraction was there. Yeah, no damage done at all.
The rotations from 100 Thieves were
Literally no
so
damage.
clean in
That
this
was-
round. They understood.
that was,
they played mid early on. They understood
convincing.
that they gave all of mid.
This is a weird round at the moment. One all boy for both of these, so you got to imagine
okay,
there's
I
some
probably should
kind
start
of
backing up at this
fight
point, because if I
towards
don't,
both of
I'm
them.
gonna get pinched from Vents as well.
Right.
And then he actually falls back into sight with Boostio. Boostio just holds his ground, and they're willing to give all that mid area. They're willing to give.
I just randomly
because
got
they
a second
have
kill with that.
crossfires like this. Off of as soon as contact, the trade's gonna come through, and Cryo just gets easy pick'ems. And then let's say KRU do end up killing Asuna in that scenario. Let's say they
Here we
get the
go
trade on
straight
Cryo
into this
somehow.
one, and
You
they
still have
insta
Bang there,
molly to
NCT,
stop the
right, winning
push
that
because
drop-down.
yeah, I mean both teams right now deciding
They
to
can
go for the
sometimes
same
feel
orb over
smothering.
towards A,
Oh,
or
yeah.
at least
During
fight
these
for
sites.
the
The
orb over
layers
towards
that they
A.
have defensively are outrageous.
Deep
and
camera
it's only
in
round
B,
3, or that was
checking
only
if
on
the
round
orb is
3,
still
so
here. So that is an orb if they want it,
We'll
but
see what else they
obviously
have up their
raises over
sleeve.
towards here. And the fact that they wanted to go aggro kind of shows
Heat clearing a lot of space
both
up
teams
ramps
where
with
they
the
are
dog.
in terms of the raise and the gecko.
Boostie's really here to control the cross, but as soon as the
And
wall
I like
goes
this
up,
from
they
100
have to
Thieves. They
respect
late take
what's happening on
over
the other
towards
side,
B
and that's
once
why
they let
you
go
see
of
it
A
take a step
main.
back.
Hammer is here though.
Yeah, and it could be so hard to break through onto this A site or B site when teams are just holding crossfires back site, like I said. And as I say that, Bang got
Wow, we didn't
proactive,
check the camera,
pushed up
and
all
he's
the
gone
way
all the way
B.
through.
Cryo now.
There's no way big
try to
buy
go for
rounds
one.
bangs
If they
bottom
try
and
to rotate
middle.
back into ropes, he's going to see everything.
Oh,
Bangs on the move. Easy
Sick
kills.
round. I mean, what a risk.
They've got to have a better lockdown on what's happening across the middle
You
of the map.
you gotta be doing more damage than these into the rounds.
Or else 100 Thieves are just going to tee off on him.
Dude, they only hit a couple of
I mean,
bullets.
the weird thing about this round and what
So
gave
good
Bang
from
so
100
much
Thieves,
confidence
back
to
to
actually
back.
walk through that B main was
Back to back near perfect
the
rounds.
Cypher
This
for the
was
first
perfect.
time in this half put a default cam into B main, and I'm not sure if 100 Thieves peaked and broke it, but the cam wasn't there in the mid round, and that's
The
what
Yampy
gave Bang the opening
flanking
to have the
K-Corp.
confidence in
Yeah,
reclear
it
B
felt
main
like
with
that, right?
Kyle,
That
and then
was the,
separate from him, and honestly, just smother.
That was after the jump
team
peaks,
of
right?
KRU.
I remember
They
that,
just
man.
choked them out in every angle. They knew exactly
The
where they
new
were
Zero
where
was
they
doing
were
the jump
positioned.
peaks towards B back here.
Just pistols for the attack now. It seemed like they had some cool ideas and had found their footing in the first couple of rounds, but it's been anything but that since.
Let's see what the buy is like. Obviously now we have the Razor, 5 sheriffs. That's it.
Oh
And
no! Again.
wait, hold up. No one is actually
Oh, a little overactive there.
the lovely
Asuna
flash to get him
protecting
over
the
towards
weapon.
side though.
We can't protect it for long. Surely it's been picked up at this point in the hands of Heat.
That was a very early
Oh,
nade.
well, lovely. Wait, we send it.
They're not going to let him settle. They're not going to give him the time.
Wait, this
to
is
breathe.
cool.
The spike now sits on the
Yeah,
ground.
this is cool from 100 views. The Omen flash was great. Hit like 3.
Crew have been relegated to taking a step back in garage.
Yeah,
With
nothing.
Sherrits, it will not
At least they
be
did it
enough.
together. I like that. I really like that. The straight up molly in to send it as soon as they got 3 people over towards heaven. That was sick.
Once that molly came in from Boosty, that landed on the entire back pillar area of B and default. So the bomb plant couldn't get down, and then they just flood out. That was a really well coordinated retake. And good trade here from Asuna right away after Cryo died.
Just perfectly played, man. This right here.
The double swing.
Yeah.
Enemy remaining. You want to be?
Nice!
Scotty,
It's
thank you,
country.
baby.
You see me jumping around?
Yeah, you're looking nice at the jump.
You see me
That
jumping
will
around.
cause a timeout.
He
from
does
the
that
side
all
of
the
Crew.
time, though.
Yeah, it was an eco round, but, you know, maybe they're going to cook something here with the Rays rocket. A lot of their success has been onto Cryo on that early side at B, and I wonder if now Cryo, maybe he's going to play a little bit more passive, or if he's still going to keep up his aggro shenanigans. As I say that, there's an op online for Cryo, so if somebody checks him and wants to dry fight 1v1, if Cryo's still on that side of the map, holding the angle, that should be a guaranteed kill and a shutdown for Crew. And I don't know if Crew are gonna read
Yeah, the
into
only
this.
thing that looks worrying at the moment
I mean, how many
is
times do you see
the
an Astra with
picks
an op?
on
I feel like barely.
Cryo. Like the only thing.
We'll see what they try to do on the other side of this timeout. I imagine they're going to have to address the middle of the map too. And interestingly enough,
I mean, most
100
teams
Thieves
when they play against
have some presence posted up here.
Astra
courtesy
will
of
kind
Asuna
of
and Bang.
hit over towards
And
B
there's
more
Cryo with
because
the
it
op.
is very
Holding
weaker.
down B main. That's where the main weight behind this Crew
Especially when
attack
you
is
play against
currently.
this, I feel like they're missing a little
got
bit of
the
a
2
trick.
stars
Like
where he
honestly,
can
when
get
we used to
away,
play
but the
against,
spam onto the corner
like
instantly.
the wall on B,
Oh, still
that
takes the
means you
shot.
have to jump peek against an
Has
Astra
to
is
slowly walk
super
away.
strong.
There's no dash to this. There's no
Super,
satchel.
super strong. So I wonder if
Just
we'll
has
see
to
that at
walk
one
out.
point.
But
Yeah, it
even
does
if
look like
Crew
they're
commit to this
heavy
B
sending
site,
it over towards B.
You have Asuna here with a nade, with his own rocket that he can answer back with. And Cryo's going to get back on this B line. Shouldn't
But
be
does
Kesnet unless
he
Kesnet
expect the
uncrouches.
guy on the right?
It's worth noting here too. Cryo got out of that without having to invest his stars, and there's the suck, but he's got
Oh
out
my God.
past it. Asuna with the high ground gets the best of
Wally
Kesnet
came
for
in
now.
from Bang here as well. And these
Bang from
guys
up in heaven, keeping
don't
the
send
pushback.
it, right? This guy's anti-flash, at least on
Flash in his
sight.
face, but Cryo destroys Meltzer.
Dude, 100 feeds are a unit at the moment. Everything is great.
You
The-
already saw
yeah,
Asuna
Razor to
positioning
sick.
in that heaven area.
That's
They
nice from
understood that
Asuna
with
as well.
that lurk smoke, Kesnet's probably going to want to pop through with the rocket, especially after hearing it up.
These are some of the most
It's
convincing
mainly
defense
because, I mean,
rounds I've
I don't
seen.
blame Kesnet for going for that.
And they're like
If
all
that
of them,
offer
really.
misses the shot on you, like this, again, you get a free kill with the rocket, but
Look at the height on it.
Asuna got.
And he played the timing on that perfectly. I think if they both meet in the air, who knows how that goes.
Spike down.
Kesnet did a really good job of trying to get out past the sucks, past the utility.
Asuna,
that was
yeah,
there,
I mean,
but
whoever wins the Razor
again,
is the
Asuna
person
gets
who's the
his,
highest,
and then Bang
really.
from heaven is just
Whoever
so
touches the
good,
floor
man.
first kind of dies.
It's just been unbelievable. Now Boosty's hopping.
Yeah, we cycle the op now. And that gives Cryo more confidence to hold close again because he understands that Crew's gonna be so scared of close angles. As I say that, a ramp control
The
and a
jumps
reclear coming out from 100 Thieves.
in the trades, and a little bit worried for that, but I'm
There's
telling you,
nowhere for Crew
every
to
time I
go.
get worried with a POV, kind of check the minimap,
So
and there's
tough to
always
deal
someone
with.
else to
That is
back
that
up the player
1-2
duel,
punch.
and
This time they bring Bang
their
along
body
with them
system and just
to
everyone
re-clear a
trading
ramp and
is
fight. But the utility that that
real
100 Thieves
clean.
comp gives you and the options it gives you to re-clear space is so good. That's why you're gonna see the fade mainly towards A heaven. My gosh, this is so close.
Just on the other side of the wall. Bang gets his third.
Game of pixels.
He's got the pit online. 100 Thieves up 3.
I mean, it's just so tough to take a ramp control against this 100 Thieves composition if they play it correctly. Because they're willing to give you all the space. He will just cycle his dogs onto heaven, and then once the retake of a ramp, that utility actually comes through, you're so limited on the spots you can play. You see the Viper Molly land on behind the enemy team if they want to back up into A main. You see a nade land anywhere close. Fade dog comes out. Maybe
okay,
it's
so they've
tether
given
if
up
you
with
need
B.
So much to deal with.
Funnily enough, Cryo is over towards A
Bang using
now.
the pit early. Boosty back with the op.
Double satchel over towards A heaven. One of the easier ways to try and make sure that the Viper smoke, also the Viper orb over towards mid kind of
But do
gets,
they realize that one's gotten past them, that one slipped the net,
or at
it's
least
going to be
get
an EU to
past
figure
it,
that out.
gets disrespected to an
Kesnet playing in
extent.
the smoke.
Whoa, what is going on here?
They have a really good feeling about this. And now the gunfire erupting. No, forget it, they didn't know! Oh, it's going sideways!
Yeah, they had no idea.
KRU strike at just the right time. And who else but Kesnet to get 3? Bang really
I mean,
has
that's
no reason to save. He's got a ton of money, so
if you're
yeah,
100
maybe
fees though,
go
you're
for
talking
it.
about them going
Try to get the
fast A
weapons out of the
heaven and
hands
you
of the
just try and
attack.
hold that down.
try to force them to invest the scraps they have.
Yeah, all damage is good damage right now because the money on KRU's side right now is not. It's not ideal.
Oh, it's not great.
Look at Klaus, man.
I wondered if he would hear him. Klaus wasn't quiet about that.
Yeah. Finally.
100 fees money's outrageous. Doesn't matter rest of the half the
The
buy.
only problem I have with the way that KRU just won this round, I mean, don't get me wrong, a win is a win. But this was a heroic timing from Kesnet. The fact that he slipped past that defense, I mean, that's not a reliable thing you could do, especially against how 100 Thieves like to play A Heaven normally.
Right, it was a timing thing. Yeah. And then he plays in the smoke for as long as he does.
Mm-hmm. And this is why you see 100 Thieves already going back to the old setup. That
Yeah, 100 fees are like, what?
It wasn't broken.
I think it was just an auto setup though they had, right? It's just auto setup because of the Viper ult.
It makes sense. I mean, that
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense they're going straight back up over towards here. They have some kind of read when the Sky Dog goes in that they like to hit over towards A, so all three of them are ready to just counter whatever the A hit was there.
Deposit somebody there.
Maybe that's their fast A.
You started
Sky
towards the
Dog
main.
might go heaven, might go silent, I'm not entirely sure, but they cancelled whatever they wanted to do here. They definitely have some reads in terms of 100 fees. And we're going back to Kesnet popping Cryo. Look at this guy go. He's trying to single-handedly win him it. Oh my god.
It's teeing off.
3k into 3k.
EU and Boostio, again with plenty of money, but they're so heavily outnumbered. How on earth does he get that?
I have no idea.
Player standing.
EU gets another. He's got 3. He's gonna have to
Hey,
deal
lovely.
with it.
Dude, Kesnet. Kesnet's so good right now.
Let's talk about the orb. That lurk orb.
Let's talk about B, surely. B is getting annihilated. Cryo's lost 3 jewels so far to Kesnet, right?
And Cryo got caught lacking just in the open a back sight there. I mean, that's a crazy
Give this guy an up again, I feel like.
position to take,
This
but
guy's just dry swinging him.
You can catch players out in transition when they're trying to move around the site if you drop the orb at random timings, like Shy just did.
Yep. That caught Cryo.
Kesnet got confidence now too.
Yeah.
Does someone in Reddit complain about the censorship in this chat? Bro, it's like, if you want to flame, people can flame anywhere else.
Yeah, he's not taking
is
the
what
half
it
by
is.
storm, but he's fragging in ways he
You can
wasn't
flame
really doing in the
everywhere.
previous map.
People love flaming
And
so
I like
much,
the
man.
approach that they've taken so
Crazy.
far, especially towards B. Like, if you can actually kill Cryo,
Literally every other
maybe
stream.
even just freeze out the round, you have a solid chance of winning.
Yeah.
Especially against this comp of 100 Thieves. Because Cryo plays this B site so aggressively. If KRU did any
Yeah,
type
well, you
of
got.
demo
That's the
work,
thing.
you
If
can
you want to
tell
flame as all, you got to do is be smart
in
about
the
it.
last series that 100 Thieves played on this map,
Little
Cryo did a
ooh
good
for the
job of not
misses.
overheating, but now
Big
he's getting
aim.
picked in
Like,
the
you can be
couple
smart
different
about it, and
spots
it's
that he
still
likes to anchor
technically a
from.
little bit of a flame, but it's kind
I
of
mean,
fine.
we've seen him get first blooded, what, like four?
But people's
four
come
out
in
of
there and they're just gunning for
I mean, maybe
players,
all
dude.
4
It's like, what
rounds
is
that
wrong with you?
KRU have won, potentially.
It's been a
If not
couple.
4, maybe 3.
Yeah. All right, Yeti, you know what to do. You got to give the people a turtle. Maybe in the next round. Patience is a virtue, my good people.
You've been whacked a few times, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get hit by strays. Sometimes it happens. Okay, the change up from 100 Thieves over towards B was trying to take a little bit of control in terms of boom bolt with the smoke behind it.
That dog didn't get a ton. It didn't go very deep.
Question
from
mark
EU,
is
so
still
they know they got some
created.
space.
What does Cryo have? Okay,
Ramps, but
still the
that's
rifle.
really
I
as
kind of
far
thought he
as
was going to
that
lean a bit
went.
heavier
And it
into
seems
the
like KRU
op,
gonna
to be
try fill
honest.
in right behind that. They
this
saw
is
the prowler.
So good. This is so good from KRU.
Prowler
And the
goes in
second dog
towards
didn't
middle
catch
now,
anything
and then
mid
they
either.
vision block over towards this, and they create pressure. Ooh, that was nice though.
KRU are gonna want to pounce on the other side of this,
Bang
but again,
insta
EU
shot
still has his
the
ult.
dog with the molly. But he doesn't know
As soon as
that
there's
no one
contact,
followed it up,
you
so it still
imagine they're
creates the
gonna
same
wanna go.
amount of pressure. You at least know it's
Molly's
less
not really
likely.
gonna catch anything.
50
But now
seconds.
they know. The Roomba, the ult, traded. Now silence. As you can see, the tendrils attached onto the members on the site. They try to go
Whoa.
aggressive.
Can
Melzer
he get
was
another?
a little bit too far. Bucio not able to hold him back any longer. Tied at 4 apiece for the
What a
rest of
nuts
half.
round at the
Satchel
moment.
pushing
Shy
through.
has
Is
an
he
ult, so he goes
committed to the
close, he
play?
does an
And they've
ult.
got a deep
Astra ult in.
This is so far up. Do they
and
flood?
what
Do they
the-
reposition? Do they try to fight from heaven? Heat's already a step ahead. He's going to try to clear up ramp.
Yeah, isolated half and half here.
And it's only the Viper Wall keeping him back.
Oh my gosh.
He's in a really good spot
I mean,
here.
he just wins the round, right?
He can win this thing on his own. As soon as the wall goes down, but they swing into their deaths. Now Bang left in a 1v2. Still trying to play.
Still so hard to win, too.
Oh, yeah.
God, it's so
And
hard
again,
to win.
Heat's waiting on the other side. He's been the threat the entire time. Bang gets it down to 1.
Yeah, just no time on
But
this.
there's just not enough time. He's got
Crew
to
played
cut
the
his
whole
losses.
macro well, but getting hit over towards
Tough
B
round.
and just creating the pressure like
That's a
they
tough
had
pill to
early
swallow
B
right there.
control.
Yep.
And then the pressure over towards mid, block,
it
dog
looked like
went
for a
in,
second
pressure over
there could
towards
have been
mid,
some
so it could
brilliance
potentially be
on
a
a
B
boost
split
on the
as
backside.
well.
He gets the
It was
first.
cool.
Onto Melzer here.
The great.
EU not
This,
able
this,
to get
that
this
right
trade
there
on
is
the
probably the
Klaus.
kill that
And I
decided
feel
it, but
like
it was
that
still a
truly
nice
was
round
the
overall.
deciding factor.
These rounds are so insane where that decides it. Like a trade.
A trade?
Proves to be the difference maker. That's outrageous.
If that trade comes out, the entire round
It's
is
not
just different.
censorship if the people aren't
You
trying
have
to
the
be
numbers game.
constructive. I mean, that's very true. It is just outright insulting people.
Crew stopping the bleeding after their timeout.
3 rounds in a row. Kesmet top fragging. The glowing Vandal a sign of potentially what's to come.
Oh boy.
And at least what's
Not
taking
cryo
place.
again, man. It's all on cryo here.
Past the suck. He's got
Good
nowhere
luck.
to go. Cryo's there to
Oh.
greet him.
Wait,
I swear the glowing Vandal's a curse.
that's not a good. That's not a good omen
How
flash.
much more
That's a
value
team
can
omen
Cryo
flash.
find? A second back
Cryo's left, right, left, right.
Not able to get on the 4th, but he's bought enough time. for
Hey,
his teammates
nicely
to show
done.
up and clean up the
Yeah,
round.
this is good. Cryo did great though. Cryo over towards A. God, Cryo over towards B. He's getting
That
one
was a
tapped all the
super
time.
clean hold from Cryo.
Ask him right now. Put me back on
And
A.
a suck comes out. Kesnet
Put
can't
me
blast
back on
through
A.
it.
Someone else go B.
Following
Can't handle
that
it there.
is a molly from Boosty. So nobody can run through and help Kesnet. And that's what gives this free kill here for
Yeah, the
Cryo.
omen flash there
And then
was.
he's just finessing backside.
Dancing around. This was a play we
Yeah.
thought we'd get out of Boosty in the previous round, but Cryo able to stand tall.
When 100 Thieves fight fire with fire against Crew, they actually look really, really good. I feel like when they're more passive in their holds.
Ooh, dude, I used to love these kind of strats.
Austin's going in aggressive. He's gonna spot 2. What? What? Where did it go? Cosmetic ult. That thing disappeared, I swear.
Ooh, look great.
So off of this, they understood where
Really
a lot
had
of
to
the
follow
pressure
it
was
up with the
coming from.
nade
They
as well,
invested,
right?
they tried to catch.
Really had
They
to
tried
double down
trap.
with the nade.
But now they have to slow things down.
Do
They have
do
to
miss
settle.
those kind of strats though. Ollie over towards one side, force them
So
over
the
towards
reset
this
of the
square,
moment is
towards the
Cryo
square.
playing up aggressively on this angle. You see the orbs go up and the spam come through.
Cryo back over towards B.
And it was all
Oh.
just for Heat to get that orb, and now ult online. Do they try to split B? Austin is close by. Bang is there too. You still have the stars you're gonna have to deal with. Straight into this teeth. Straight into the teeth of this double controller comp.
Oh, this is so hard to break through.
With 45 seconds left, Crew have a lot of space mid though. They could
Okay, so they want to fake pressure over towards A, and then they're going back.
This is such a good call
Yeah, with the Seekers as
Just like
well.
body checking each other
Does
on
Bang
ropes, they're
bite
gonna
on
go back
this?
B. Kesnet falls and the spike throws
Cryo,
it too.
man, you're getting wrecked on B, my guy.
hold the line.
You're getting so wrecked on B.
Perfect, the paranoia
Get
too
him away
much.
from B, man.
The defense is down to 3. Bucio still playing on the other side of the map. There's the dynamic duo that you were mentioning before, and the dominoes fall. Boosty in a 1v3 to close out the half. So confident, so in his element in moments like these. We haven't had a Boosty pop-off moment yet. Is this where he delivers? When his number's called, can he convert? No.
Yeah, I mean, six considering it is very good. Very, very good.
That was such an amazing round called by Klaus.
Yeah, the fake pressure over towards A was
It
great.
was great. I thought that 100 Thieves was playing a
Yeah,
step
this one
ahead.
went too far.
After Asuna and Bang deny the B Heaven control. Asuna cheats back towards A Heaven. So Klaus knows that they have to pressure that A Heaven at least a little bit to sell it. And that's what gives the opening for Shy to walk out B. And even the 1v1 of Klaus against Bang. Bang wins it, but then the follow-up utility with the Omen Flash was beautifully played.
It was too much. They went 4 of their last 5. We're going to throw it down to Riv, who's standing by with KRU's team psychologist.
That I am here with Alejandro and Dryad. This is KRU's team psychologist. I got some questions for you. You did join the team this year, but kind of looking from the outside in, what do you think is that KRU mindset that has changed and made them so solid coming into this year?
Bueno, siento que lo que ha sido el trabajo en el mindset, en la mentalidad que tiene el equipo, ha sido buscar un poco más la mentalidad de la sinergia del equipo. No solamente esta identidad de jugadores muy buenos que se desempeñan de buena forma, sino que además también un equipo que, como la identidad colectiva, es mejor que la individual.
Yeah, the mentality is about not so much the individual players, but building out that synergy. Not so much working on one of them one by one, but how they can become a group together.
That's awesome. I actually want to ask you how you do that. What's your approach to make sure that you can get to each player and make sure they feel comfortable with what they're doing mentally and in game?
Bueno, para eso el trabajo obviamente se desarrolla primero a nivel individual con cada jugador. Es importante generar un vínculo, tener confianza con ellos. Y después una gran parte es trabajar con lo que es trabajar en grupo, building activities finalmente, y obviamente también mucho apoyo del staff, que son quienes pasan más tiempo con ellos.
The comes from working individually with each one of them, building that trust with each one of the individual players, then going in and working together as a group with a lot of team activities, with a lot of team bonding activities, and that also really helps out with the staff.
Awesome insight. Alejandro, thank you so much. Dryad, thank you. Back to the desk to see what this game has for us.
The series has had plenty for us up until this point, and for it to end at a 6-6 half in map 3, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, the old saying is split always delivers bangers, sorry, it's all bangers end on split. I mess it up. You get the idea though. We're in for something good.
Yeah, it's been a battle back and forth all series long. I mean, the first map being the only one that was really a blowout.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
And this pistol.
You guys better pop off when the turtle shows up. I mean, you guys better go nuts.
This pistol can determine how the rest of this map can go. That's for sure.
Back to the important stuff we go. 100 Thieves on the attack.
Scatternet doesn't break the trip, but they don't get a kill off it anyway. 100 Thieves over towards site. 3 persons stay on ramp, and they tried to fast retake ramp. Wait, they left ramp?
On the site in a retake attempt. The
Wait, I think 100 Thieves messed up here.
Back into main to try to catch EU. Asuna gets caught. Klaus and Melser hold the line.
This Omen Flash.
They have no idea where EU is right now. He's been able to buy his time perfectly, and now he's re-aggressing.
It's all onto EU. Can these guys on site survive long enough?
Is getting surrounded, is getting overwhelmed. It's all on him now. A 1v2, EU cannot.
Yeah, they really messed up here. Wow, they had the best possible positioning.
And still down to the wire. I mean, this was close.
Yeah, mid round he was off.
Really good job, especially the players.
It did make sense. It actually just did make sense. I don't know what the pressure was.
Having basically an up down.
I don't know if someone on site said they needed help.
This was the winning factor. And honestly, Boostio on this back site, he almost brought it back. The fact that
they got run down by a dog. Did 3 of them ran away from a dog.
A chance to win this round. But
they just think it was more numbers, maybe.
And that's a big pistol win.
Might be the biggest one of the series.
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 on pistols. Been 1-1 every single map.
And you were talking about how during that little halftime break, Kesnet was yapping like crazy to his team.
Yeah, he was popping off. He's been such a strong leader for KRU through the good and the bad.
That's exactly what I think he was doing. Telling his team, yo, don't forget, like, we have this, we could do this. Make sure we play together. And we saw it there in that pistol.
In terms of the buy, 3 rifles,
here. 2
Spectres.
So the number
every
1
bit of damage,
going into
pretty costly.
And 1 BO3 away from Shanghai if they can pull it off. They have to maintain their composure here. They've been good all year. Can they do it here?
Oh, Bang is stuck right now.
He's got nowhere to go.
Between 2 bulldogs. Oh, wait. There was a chance.
Yeah, let off the leash a little bit there. but not enough to convert. So Bang will fall. Again, 100 Thieves not really choosing to invest much into this. So Sheriff still in the hands of Boosty. I believe Bang had one as well, but not much. And so they return
chunking damage.
back towards A. They decide to get up towards Heaven with the wall, keeping them back. They have the Cypher Cam too that they're going to have to deal with.
This is so hard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, should be borderline impossible. But it's gone back and forth.
It's nice
13
damage.
seconds left. The spike not in hand.
Yeah, might be able to kill the guy in sight.
He's dead. Crew get their 8th.
Yeah, they're going to keep the Bulldogs, right? Or is he too far away?
Down, which I'm sure they would have liked to have.
I'm a rebuy as well.
But,
Not too bad.
I mean, considering how Bang just got stuck in between two players of Crew, I mean, that went decent.
As well as it could have. I think on the other side of Crew, the important thing is they were able to grab... Y'all got the turtle. Yeti the goat. But as we were saying, Crew were able to get the Bulldog back. They were able to scoop that weapon back up. So it's not as much as it's been in previous halves that we've seen, but they still have 3 rifles in this round.
Yeah, bonus is still not bad at all. Do they want to
spread out a little bit here
force
too
with this? Get a Tevenade out of them.
And a 1-3-1 here for 100 Thieves, just defaulting in mid, trying to see how Crew is set up. That's the whole purpose of doing this. They want to see who's actually truly holding mid. Usually common that a Viper holds it from here. But off of this trip, there comes the nade.
And we still didn't break the trip.
Like
with a Sheriff, but that trip is still up.
Yeah, it's like a gentleman's agreement, an exchange of utility, a shake of the hand, and then the round resets.
A little bit of pressure. Omen, super aggro over towards A,
this
and
is wise from Crew to lean
no
over
running
towards
though.
the B. I
He's
think
flat, but the stack
he
of B's
did a
coming
late
in.
flash
It's going to be the
onto
right
that
call.
A
They got
main,
camera,
basically setting up
4
Melzer on a
people
deep line,
B.
and that's why you see 4 players towards B.
Two of
them have rifles.
Nice molly though.
Shy has to run away. There's the first, finds value on Austin, and there's the
And
second.
the flash was good.
And that's bomb.
And the only person who can win this is Bang.
It's got to be on Bang here. Yeah, he's got
They're on top of it as well. What an absolute round from Crew. Yeah, shout out with the, I mean, Melzer getting so much info over towards A, they just gamble stuck it. And also the fact that they didn't actually, break the trip. They kind of knew that when they broke the trip, they still had line of sight afterwards, right?
But
So
2 of them were the ones on site.
all of the util to actually take middle, because the trip was there with all the util, they knew they didn't cross. And then they hear the satchel, but they kind of just know that no one's pushing behind it. They can just heavy stack.
On their attack side, they had a Cypher that was consistently in the back of it. If it wasn't the Cypher, it's the Viper. And he stays there for most of the round.
Yeah.
In this case, he flashes late A. That allows everybody to lean over. They know that there was pressure in mid. If that flash doesn't connect at A, where else is 100 Thieves gonna go?
Yeah.
They're half the funnel.
Grabbing same momentum, yeah. It's I mean,
they understand.
double pistols.
So it was the guns.
Could
It
be
was
winning the
spin
map.
right at the exit to the garage. The
And
one-way cage.
this is definitely a way of
it was
securing
smothering
it.
and it was suffocating.
It was a great call though.
Thieves or Zix read into what just happened though.
They had a good understanding with the A hold and the trip of mids.
They had
That was
nobody
everything.
positioned outside of there.
Middle of the map on the cards. Stingers and Sheriffs. A little testing of the water mid in the 1-3-1.
Kesna has a rocket already.
That's, I mean, yeah, that bonus win is big.
Got kill trip.
Trips,
Over
cams.
towards sight.
Lean this way.
Oh, you
He's
saw
here.
one. Yeah,
Klaus
again, he
not
sees
far
it
off
different
either,
from what
and
we
look at
see.
that
It's
cam.
client side.
I saw him on the cross too, so you're gonna see a re-clear here with Dog and Molly, much like we saw 100 Thieves do.
They're just gonna try to fight this. Yeah, they will. But the fight was ill-advised.
Uh-oh.
100 Thieves walking out of that with
Boostia
numbers.
survives on 6 as well.
Here comes the rocket. There's the rocket you were
Tell
referring
you what,
to.
they'll take that though, man.
apiece.
2 on 2
Meltzer's
and they
so
took a
far away.
rocket. Guy at middle needs to
Jasmine's
make
here,
the
but-
next play.
Where do they go?
Now it's up to Cryo. The gamble isn't correct for Crew.
Yeah,
This will be
Crew
a
really
2v2
thinking that they're going over towards B.
post-plant versus retake scenario.
Cryo is a sheriff.
There's
taking
so
too
many
long, but I
guns
don't
above
blame
him
him.
though.
There's no way for you to know if they're in heaven still or not.
It's a terrifying prospect. But the spike committed. And now the game is on.
Cryo takes a little bit of a gamble, gets a gun. Melzer
Cryo's
has
able to grab
a
a gun in heaven
flash.
as well. This is very winnable
This
for
is
100 Thieves.
massive. The dog spotting Kesnet, taking a bite out of him. The satchel to just sway to any sort of swing.
Oh my God, EU.
It's all buying time. Cryo's down.
Yeah, and they kind of
Can
folded
EU do
their
this on his
numbers
own?
here.
Sidesteps the paranoia.
Oh. What the? What a shot, bro.
Melser's like a man possessed.
Yeah, should never be winning that, Joel.
I have to break down this 2v2 and what gave KRU the edge. I feel like all series long, KRU have been playing together in these moments in the 2v2s, playing tight and trading.
Yeah.
This time on purpose,
Yeah, they split up.
And that's
And the info gives
what
them wrong
Melzer
info.
the edge on a Cryo in Heaven. EU thinks that he's delaying both players and screens, but in reality, Melzer's going in Heaven doing this, catching Cryo out. It's such a small thing, but it wins them such an important round that honestly, I mean, if 100 Thieves win that, they have a chance to really make a streak of rounds back and bring the economy back in their favor. That would have been thrifty for them.
And instead, it's KRU with a 4-round lead, just 3 rounds away from locking playoffs as the #1 seed. Meanwhile, while the defuse was happening, you guys couldn't really see it, but Shy was like beckoning Melser to stand up and pop off after winning that 1v1. You can tell the energy's at an all-time high. They can taste it.
Zero fight with the tier 1. Thank
But
you so
can
much,
they
man.
get it
Appreciate
across
that.
the finish line?
Welcome into the Slug Club, dude. Thank you.
4 rounds in a row. The snowball again in full effect. But this is the first round where it really feels like 100 Thieves, given the weaponry that they have, given the ults that they have, the ones
It's
that they have
must win
currently,
for
and the
100
ones that are not
Thieves.
far off.
KRU,
They've
great
got
money.
a shot at stopping this thing.
Official, it's been here for a little bit.
It has to happen here. It has to happen now. KRU with so much to gain. Can the attack of 100 Thieves find success? Can it find space?
Right there.
This time they just decide to cut noise on A and walk in.
This time we don't have the camera here, but the camera is
Play
heaven.
in a moment like this?
He does have the info now, though. If Busio does get close enough, they can explode with this Gecko ult and catch anybody off guard.
No
This one-way cam is not broken yet.
No toe shown.
Yeah.
Nothing spotted. Oh, there we go.
There
There
was
was a
one.
little leg.
Ooh,
And now they know.
double
3,
swing on top, an
including the
absolute
thrash.
shot.
The dog out
Thrash
from EU
goes
as well,
in.
clearing out the side, or at least as
Does
best as they can.
I'll take a timing. Baydack clears
have 3
all the
members
sight.
here.
Can the kill trips get anything?
Oh, they
Lovely
spam.
spam through
They
smoke.
spam the little guy. So bomb is not down yet.
Tragic. Meanwhile, Melser
Cryo
following
bringing
shot,
back
trying
the-
to swing, get the best of bang, and he does. Oh, almost gets
The
a second on the
X
Busio, but he takes a
late
step back.
Astra Luck at middle.
Just to die a little bit later.
3v5 into 3v3.
3v3 now. Oh my gosh,
Oh my
Shy's
God.
still alive. 70 HP, takes the fight again, cannot convert.
Doable
Clouds to
1v2.
1v2,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's
No one played like
overwhelmed.
that.
100 Thieves get to 7.
I mean, it's a nice run for them. They hit a shot on heaven, though.
We've seen that hit before from 100 Thieves. They take control of all of Heaven. They freeze. They try to get the
Yeah, it's
bomb
pretty
down
cool.
with that
It's pretty
Gecko.
cool way to play against the camera as well.
Wingman.
Have the wall up, get one on the,
That was nice.
get one in the close
I mean, a good
corner.
reaction and
Yeah,
Cryo
then
finding the
bait
perfect
it,
timing
bait the
on the
camera
Melzer
in
there.
so that you can have a swing and then triple
almost
swing
brought this thing
together.
back himself, man.
For a second there, I thought he was going to clean up EU on that kill as well.
And that would have been 4.
Yeah.
Their fears betrayed them.
But 100 Thieves respond at a time where it was desperately needed. Flash in the face of many.
3 people here for KRU though.
There's a lot of presence here, Dre.
A lot of util invested. But no space actually gathered. Now,
Yeah,
finally,
Cryo's
the
taking
lurk
A
goes up
control though.
onto that A ramp, and that's going to
Sorry,
at
B
least
main
keep one
control.
player there.
Wait, how
Melzer
did
will
we
not
even
move
see
from this
the
position.
trick there?
Or he shouldn't at least.
Maybe, maybe just random
On
shooting.
the minimap, he's reading into this. He's like, I don't even need to be
Dude,
here
it feels like
anymore.
that earlier
We already
rounds where
denied
like
them
the
at A.
Omen was
I
getting
can
full
shift
info
over
over
towards
towards
B.
A from close, and then
He's already
actually
a
they
step
go,
ahead of 100 Thieves right
actually
now.
they go B.
Bolt tagging 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and
What is this
This
Prowler
is a good
doing?
call to abort because once you see the nade there, I mean, Kesnet
My
was
God, look at
just at A, and they know that. So yeah, you're not running out of that B choke.
Meanwhile, the Seekers
Viper
are used for
all over
heat
here,
on the
dude.
other
This
side of the wall.
honestly,
Yeah,
this
they
cold
jump through it
pivot
and
could be
find
pretty
out.
good unless this guy
What's
gets
waiting
3.
on the other side? He gets 2.
Ooh.
And again, the attack round is thrown in disarray. 100 Thieves
And
have
now
to
they
slow
have to
things
go
down.
hit the site where the Viper ult is.
And the realization creeps.
And there won't be anyone from B main.
It goes further and further into clarity. There's still a pit they have to play against on
30
B.
seconds left.
There's still a cam from Klaus. He with a massive play.
I mean, you gotta smoke spawn.
This is going to be such a hard
Gotta
post
smoke
plan for
spawn.
100
Think
Thieves
about
if
the
they can even
crossfire.
get the bomb
my
down.
goodness. Okay.
Can they get that far?
Whoa.
I feel like
Where's my
that's all the
smoke?
hard work.
Ah,
Klaus
guys.
spamming, looking for a second. That's 2. The 3rd will not fall. It's just a little delayed though.
Yeah, the comms kind of messed up a
Shies
little
out
bit.
of
They
his seat
faced before we actually smoked
rotations
this.
from
Like they
Crew
knew
were
they had
so
to smoke it, but then
Keze
someone
was a
faced
step
before.
ahead of that the entire time. Yeah, he chucks the nade into B main when the actual
Dude,
utility being
reset.
put
They
down
should be
by
done,
100
right?
Thieves.
3 people get.
And
3
that
people
is just a
died in the
key
round
indicator to
before
100 Thieves
this.
that, okay, we need to reset
Then
the
they
round.
get
As they
reset.
do that, this heroic
1-9 loss
performance
bonus.
from Heat getting 2 in the vent, and then Shy to re-aggro into B main and just ulting it to hold all that space. There's only so many places you can go to at that point if you're 100 Thieves.
Okay, and 100 Thieves at 7-11
Crew
decide to
tanks are
force into it.
This is
Bang!
unbelievable.
If he gets a plant,
Can
hits
they
his
finish?
ult. Asuna has his ult. Dude, we were miles away
This
from
feels very
ults.
similar to the
That's
round
like the
we saw
only
previously, but I
positive
think
right
it's
now.
Crew who are
This is a
being
big round.
proactive
If
here.
100 Thieves
Look at
win
how
this,
much
it
space
is
they've taken
possible.
across the middle of the map here.
This is a
I
play
mean,
and a half.
11-7 and you're doing
What is
a
the timing on
walk
this?
down mid play.
Whoa, my guy. Who's just
Now Cryo has to
the
understand
wall.
there's a threat on the other
He's
side, but he
banging the
falls
wall
too.
and there's a guy on the screen.
And
He's too
what- I mean,
busy
where do you
talking
go
about
now?
the
You rotate
strats.
back A? Guess what? You've lost space there too. Meltzer's here to greet you.
Oh my
Wow, how does he get a second here?
But he will attempt to do what his teammate could not.
Yeah, and they all in for this.
EU
And
with
they
a
got
mine, and his feet will
absolutely
fall.
wrecked.
Crew gets a series point.
When you give a team like Crew a buffer to play around with, it gives them
Been a
more
strong
confidence to do
defense
plays
off
like
from
what
them.
we just saw with this double walk down mid. And they understand that 100 Thieves are on the back foot and they're feeling all the pressure and feeling a loss within their grasps. So they're scared. They're not willing to
The money,
take
yeah,
as many
I mean,
risks or even hold
everyone
the
has
default
like,
at
what,
that point.
2-5,
Things can
2-6?
break down when a team starts to lose a lot of rounds. And Crew took complete advantage of that in this moment.
I mean, this timeline is mad.
Okay.
Look at that.
5 chances and the buy
Really
is
just kind of telling the entire
not
story of the
great, and
second
they're probably
half.
going to pop a Razor early.
Crew with so much to gain. If they can win one more round, the #1 seed a lock.
Yeah, they
And the
struggled
advantages
to
of that are
they struggled
I
to
mean,
get
almost
through middle. Like
indescribable.
they've struggled to actually get past the Viper
They called him
util.
a lunatic for holding that angle previously. He was with the sheriff, but
I mean, sometimes the RNG works in your favor. You get the insta headshot. I don't blame him for going for it. I mean, you're up 12-7 right now.
Oh,
full info gathered.
I thought the dog was gonna
Watch
run
out,
out.
talk about Crew if we
A
win
really
this.
good
Dude, we
idea
got
of where
we
the
got Sean on
100
it, I'm
Thieves
pretty
don't
sure
have
for
guns.
Americas.
He's
Sean will
trying
be
to
wearing
get
the
away.
shirt.
Asuna still has one more satchel. How is he still alive? There it goes. Keze falls. Hunted down. But can the attack find any more space? Given the numbers advantage,
Oh.
it seems like it's working.
Damn,
But
dude.
Klaus with 3.
Surely not.
And the ult online. It's got to be Meltzer to finish it off.
Look at this ult.
That pit is crazy.
What the hell is
What
that
is
spread?
That is mad.
What is that?
Meltzer's got so much to get through.
That's insane, but it's not even planted for him.
No, he's managed to navigate it. Oh, just a tap. Bang peeks out, gets his 3rd.
Yo, the poise of Asuna in that round with the rocket.
Yeah.
To not shoot
That's
too early.
insane.
Not once, not twice, but like 3 different times.
Dude, it's a dangling carrot in front of you the whole way.
After that defensive side, he's like, I'm not messing around anymore. I'm guaranteeing that this is landing on top of your toes.
And Kesn, it's almost like baiting him out. Come on, fire it.
It's like, looks like double the size of every other Viper I've seen. It's crazy.
Reposition.
Massive, dude. What was that? It went everywhere.
Man, you think it just comes down to such micro plays. If Klaus right there doesn't use his Cypher ult, maybe he gets another kill on the crowd.
Okay, 4 chances, and the one thing that I was talking about is the fact that Crew
Another
don't
mid-heavy
have many
default
ults
from
for a
100
little bit.
Thieves.
They have guns now.
Yeah.
They didn't really have that in the last round.
They're wary of this though. They understand that there might be a utility trap, and that's
Oh my
why
God.
no one's really
He headbutted it.
exposed in the open yet.
They'll bro headbutted the molly and they can just send it up.
And it's a 1-for-1.
Oh my god, Spike's in the open.
The spike well out of reach here. This is dangerous. Oh my gosh, it's just swinging.
He's a maniac.
Playing with reckless abandon.
Yeah, and I mean with the spike down,
again playing the win. That's exactly what
Yeah,
Crow were doing.
had
Bang
to
is
get
left
something
alone.
there. Okay, this one's done, and he just broke the camera over towards A, so they 100% know he's coming in
The
water.
chance from the crowd could not be more accurate. Uno mas is all it takes.
Bang trying to be quiet about it. And he just knifed out into B main to reflank mid.
Screen down.
They're so proactive. They're so decisive.
Bang has a chance, though.
Dude,
if
look
he
at
can win
he,
this 1v1
11
against
HP,
Melzer.
takes a risk.
Crew are so spread
and
out.
so Oh, the Oma Flash might.
Sound
okay,
made. Now
good.
they know where he is. The prey waiting on the
Solid,
other side.
solid performance. Dude, they look good. What is their weak map? Their map pool's pretty solid. They might have one of the most solid map pools we've seen out of all the teams.
I mean, even that last round really felt like it was indicative of their play style, of the swagger with which they approach these maps. Keep knife out, re-clearing B main.
And individually, they all look great.
Just a swing out in mid and take that fight is just so confident. And I respect it, man. When it works, and it's worked all split.
Oh man, that is such a crazy storyline for this team. The Crew have impressed, I mean, everybody. They're the truth right now.
Yeah, they're incredible right now. Dude, 5-0 start. Like these guys.
That's gonna be
These guys are pretty much
insane.
secured
There's
for
pride on the line. They
champs
win some
playoffs
other
as well.
matches,
You would
even this match
imagine.
saying, oh, it is what it is. Win or lose, we're gonna give our best no matter what. Right. But I guarantee you, going
They would have
into
to
that late
really
game,
fumble.
There's gonna be some beef or something to prove who's the best in Latin.
There's a little extra behind that, the opportunity to go undefeated. Yeah. Leading into playoffs is just such a, again, I know the rosters are different, but dog, they didn't win a
5-0.
single series last
10 games.
year in the regular season. And then LCQ had
6
right,
teams.
to go from
Dude,
what was that,
and their round difference, map difference. No joke. I think they.
It's just asinine.
And they just got a swag, like a certain swag when they even just
They're
walk
in a
out
crazy
on the
good
stage.
spot.
Smiles across the board. The fans that are here for Crew
What
as
a
well
what a sick
play a big
what a
part.
sick split from
The
them.
sixth man has been ridiculous in the crowd.
Who do they play next? Lev? Oh my
Kesnet
god, that game is gonna be
has been
sick.
Kesnet, right? And you know what you're getting with Kesnet. You know he's consistent every single time, but the
Wait, it's gonna be
value
Crew
that
against
he
Lev,
Shy
and they're
have
both
been
gonna
able
be
to
secured
provide to
fast.
This roster, I mean, cannot be overstated.
There might not actually be a banger game. Might be a pretty chill game.
Such a complete performance. They were aggressive. They were decisive. They had really cool
And
ideas.
I know
They
the points do
denied
matter
space
going forward.
when they found those opportunities. And yeah, sometimes those timings don't go your way, right? Sometimes you kind of gamble a little bit and it kind of doesn't work out. But I respect that they continued to try it even when it didn't. And when it did work, the value that they got out
On
of that
that
was
point,
incredible.
yeah, you do on that
That
point.
mid-walk was something special, man. I mean, at the perfect
I
time.
mean, you want
too,
the
'cause they
record, right?
understood that 100
That's the
teams
thing
on the
for
back
split
end and
2.
feeling all the
6-0,
pressure.
6-0, and then
They
you
are
don't even
holding
have to
angles,
win a
much like
game
the
in
last
split
round.
2, and you still
when
make
you're
playoffs.
feeling that type of pressure, when you're on match point and you're about to lose, sometimes you don't even just hit the shot and you just green out.
Yeah,
Chat,
there
you
were a
know
couple
split
times it
2,
looked
right?
like they were clairvoyants,
All the
man.
groups
They
put
knew where
together.
the pressure was coming from. Then you when
Tell me
it
second
was
and
gonna
third
happen. It
don't
was
play each other in a
outrageous.
single
Again,
elim
Crew
again.
locked the #1 seed. We're
They
gonna throw
wouldn't
it down
do
the
that,
river at the
right,
stage
for
the
a
Verizon
champs?
post-match interview.
Thank you, gentlemen. I am joined by Cruz Klaus after their win. Vamos! All around undefeated still, Klaus. Locking in playoffs. First seed. This stage has been amazing for Crew. What do you think about this compared to last year? How are you feeling when you reflect on this stage?
Nah, obviamente creo que fue un cambio muy drástico, o sea, lo del año pasado de ser 0-9 a este año de full consistencia, todo wins. Obviamente es muy placentero también ver como el trabajo que hicimos, el trabajo que estamos haciendo está dando los resultados.
Yeah, obviously it's such a drastic change compared to last year from 0-9 to the consistency that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, wait, what the hell? It's
I'm
nuts,
very
isn't
happy
it?
to see the results that we're giving with practices and all the results that are coming through.
Absolutely awesome. And looking at your map pool, with one other loss on Breeze today and Icebox being a 50-50, you're basically 100% down the board.
Yeah, they got a
what
map
was it
pool and a
about
half.
this year and Crew approaching the map pool that makes you so strong everywhere?
Revenge of the
Creo
Beast
que
Steak Tomatoes. Thank you so much, man.
fue
Appreciate that
mejor
as
como
well.
trabajamos los mapas uno por uno, creo que
Game
eso
is
hizo mucho
important
la
to points,
diferencia,
yeah,
que
it's
le
true.
dimos con mucho enfoque cada mapa y por eso también es que tenemos un mapa pool así muy abierto y muy grande y que podemos jugar cualquier mapa que lo vamos a jugar bien.
Yeah, it was the approach that we had for the practices of practicing every single map and giving the same attention to every single map. That's why we have such a big map when we're getting this result.
I want to ask you about the Breeze match before we get to a few other questions. The eco round, I think it was round 26, the Sheriffs. What are the comms like that in a round to bring it back even though the map went to 100 Thieves?
Stick with the roster or bring back MTA, brother. Dude, Heat's been too good,
mucho en los
man.
ecos, o sea, fuimos muy inocentes.
Heat's looking like one of the best players in Americas at the moment.
Supieron como ponernos en su juego, o sea, ellos
No-brainer.
hicieron el ritmo de las
Keep 'em.
rondas, esas claves que nosotros perdimos y creo que fue una mala nuestra por dejarnos como caer en su juego y también ellos por haberlo hecho también bien.
Yeah, it was. I think we made a lot of mistakes when it comes down to it. We do a lot of mistakes in round like this one and an eco like that one to turn it around, and it was our mistake for letting them play their round.
All right, I got one more question for you. Your next match, the true LATAM El Clasico against Leviathan. How are you feeling, and what do you think you can do versus them?
Yo creo que va, o sea, muy emocionado por el partido. Yo creo que toda la liga lo va a ver, o sea, todos los equipos nos van a ver porque creo que siento que somos como los equipos más fuertes ahora mismo. Y nada, va a ser un clásico de los viejos y espero que va a ser un partidazo, eso seguro.
It's going to be really good. I think everybody in the league is going to be watching because I consider we are the two best teams right now. And it's just going to be a crazy and insane match.
Awesome to have you be able to say that, Klaus. Congratulations on the win. Dryad, thank you for
Right, I mean, honestly, it lived up to it. It was a good game. I honestly still think as well, like give 100 Thieves a pistol. I still think this goes Crew's way, man. They just look so dominant in this map.
Yes,
It was a little bit snowball, but I still think they're by V bias. 100 Thieves kind of struggled to get over towards middle.
Congratulations, Coach Adam.
Right,
Joining us right now.
chat, I would love to stay for this, but I'm gonna go get some sleep.
What does it feel like going from, like, you know,
Dude,
coaching
day
a
off
team that
tomorrow, so
wasn't faring
I
too well
might
in
post some
2023 to
YouTube
now,
content.
like
So
a
if you don't follow my
flawless
YouTube already, go
run,
make sure you
during
sub
stage one.
and keep an eye for some content tomorrow. I'm at least doing pick'ems. Let's raid Sean, because Sean's the biggest Crew fan and he'll be pumped up. So.
Also, I think it's really important to understand in which season you are or your team is. And I think that's last year on the kickoff was hard times for us, like hard season.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you.
We are on the right season, at the right time, at the right moment.
Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I'll catch most of you on Wednesday and Plat Chat tomorrow as well. People want to tune in.
One of the standout things
All right,
for me
peace.
has definitely been the IGL swap from it was on Melser to Klaus. You guys have talked about how that.
A YouTube chat,
opens
thank
up
you so
Melser
much.
to play
Thank you
better
guys. A
individually.
Revenge of the
But
Beefsteak again. Thank you so
what
much
do
for the
think
super chat
is
as well.
the biggest
I'll see you
difference
guys.
between the
In a little bit.
two IGLing styles, and what has Klaus been doing right this year?
I think that